the hive, stingers ready to strike. Gridiron kings feel hotter than a spike. Friday night lights, we bring the thunder and might. Opponents shaking, looking just for a flight. Buzzing on the field, swarming in gold and black. Champions of Florida, ain't no holding back. Rise like the sun, daily grinding sacks. Defense mean, offense smooth like tracks. Hawthorne Hornets, we the top in the game. State champs, everyone know our name. Blood, sweat, tears, ain't playing for the fame. Florida's finest, Hornets torching the frame. Coaches on the edge, scheming plays like war. Linebackers hitting, hear the crowds roar. 10 yards at a time, marching never poor. Titles around the neck they can't ignore. Quarterbacks ducking, DBs tight and fast. Receivers in the end zone, victories amassed. Huddle up, boys, memory gonna last. All the championships, reliving the past. Champions stand tall across King City. Hornets buzzing louder, ain't no pity. Sweat on the brow, it's our nitty gritty. Glory's in our veins, we're taking what's pretty. Burger Town boys on the field, we grind. In the zone every time, reaching for the sky. Hawthorne Hornets, we got that pride. Under the lights, we're ready to fly. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. Town boys on the field, we grind. In the zone every time, reaching for the sky. Hawthorne Hornets, we got that pride. Under the lights, we're ready to fly. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. In the huddle, focus tight, we ride. Sweat and tears, yeah, we fight worldwide. Coach calling plays, we got that stride. Opponents fall when we collide. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. We defend our side. We defend our side. We defend our side. From the stands, hear the roar, get it loud. We rise, we conquer, we make our town proud. Golden black, we wear like a crown. No one can bring these Hornet boys down. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. Lights are shining bright, Friday night delight. In the city of champions, where we fight the fight. Hawthorne Hornets roar, hear the crowd adore. On the field we soar, victory we implore. City of champions we rise, we stand as one. Underneath the stadium lights, our battle's just begun. Every yard we gain echoes through the rain. In the city of champions, we feel no pain. Orange and black we bleed, winning is our creed.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out to Annie Mae Phillips Stadium here in Hawthorne, Florida, for a big matchup here between cross-county rivals. The Newberry Panthers coming out of the locker room right now, making their way to the east end zone where they're going to run out on the field. We got captains getting ready to line up at midfield for the coin toss, and Hawthorne yet to emerge from the locker room yet, as the cheerleaders are out there waiting for them as well, and we're waiting for the national anthem. We got a chance to catch up with Coach Ingram before the game, so let's check down with him and see what his thoughts are today. All right, down here on Hornet Field here with Coach T.I. getting ready for a big Friday night matchup with cross-county matchup between Newberry Panthers and Hawthorne here. Coach, your thoughts going into the game?
My guys are excited, right? We came out with a little extra bounce. Hopefully we don't have a slow start like we did last week, but it's been a great week of practice. The guys are continuing to buy in. Should be a special run here, man, and it starts tonight with a great opponent in Newberry.
Coach, it's your 10th season, open up here in front of your home crowd. What's it mean to you here to be in Hawthorne on a Friday night? Perfect weather, great field, nicely painted up for you and everything.
It means everything, especially with myself, and just like you said, being from here, having the opportunity to coach a lot of kids that's challenged every single day on and off the field. To be able to put that positive energy into football, to give our fan base something amazing to enjoy on a Friday night, right? This is probably the best feeling I have ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of success doing some other things even as a player, but to be the head coach at the time right now in my hometown, I'm extremely grateful, and it means everything to me.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach. Go Hornets.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, go ahead and ask people to stand now. All right, there's your comments from Coach Ingram. Here we go. We're going to have the playing of the national anthem, and then we're going to get started with the coin toss.
For the Hornets, number 51,
Burger time boys on the field, we grind. In the zone every time, reaching for the sky. Hawthorne Hornets, we got that pride. Under the lights, we're ready to fly. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side.
captains for Newberry, from what we can see, is number 4, Logan McLeod, number 5, Trenton Campbell, and number 56, the Ohio State commit, Jarquez Carter, the big defensive tackle, highly recruited, Power 5 schools have been all over him. The other captain was number 9, Micah Newton. Captains for your Hornets tonight is going to be number 6, Zion Johnson, number 8, Nazik Gent, number 9, Keenan Johnson, and number 51, the leader down in the trenches, Jaheim Darby. Hornet fans, we got an exciting one for you. The field's been done up. Thanks to Kyle Van Zant and Tracy Cantley, and Tracy painted it yesterday. We appreciate that. All the support that the community gives. We're starting to see the differences out here. We killed off all the dollar weeds, so you're going to see some bare spots, but that stuff's going to come along as we go through this year. Next year, it's building. It's building. So hats off to the guys getting this stuff put together. It looks good. It's coming around. Newberry, predominantly a running attack. They're going to come out with Caleb Woods running the ball. They're going to try and control the line of scrimmage, and especially to keep the clock running, to keep the Hornets off the field. So that's their status of what they're going to look to do. Newberry makes their way out of the end zone and to the north side of the field in front of their fans with the NHS flags. And out of the west end zone, you got C.J. Ingram out there with the rest of them. He brings them out of the tunnel with black smoke, fogging it up, and the two-time defending state champs, 26-0 in a row, heading out onto the field in a smoke-filled stadium now. You can hardly even see the sidelines with it. So it's definitely quite an atmosphere, and we'll see how this ends up going for everybody being able to see it. So this is packed. We've had at least the main parking lot has been sold out for, or filled up for over an hour, getting ready for a high school football game in rural North Central Florida. And the stands have been packed. There's not a seat to be found. Standing room only all the way around the west end zone and both sides of the field. And the fog is just, the smoke is just filling the stands now, making their way up here to the press box. And we cannot see the field. So if they've started, I don't know. So starting the game, we're going to have Newberry kicking it off. They'll kick it from the west end zone to the east end zone. Officials come from the Mid-Florida Officials Association. Yeah, the good thing is no mosquitoes. Mosquitoes going to clear out here. All right, so now we see everybody out on the field. Back deep for the Hornets starting out. On the far side of the field, the deep returner is Demetrius Brown. On the near side, we're going to have Dakari DeBose. Both standing about the 5-yard line, waiting for the kickoff. The kickoff coming from the Panthers, who's teeing it up at the 40-yard line. Both teams come in undefeated. Hawthorne with a shortened game against Anclote. Starters really only played one half. Newberry Panthers come in after beating University Christian in what started out as a close one, then they blew it away in the second half. But they've also had some cramping issues, injuring issues. So a lot of their guys didn't play a full game either. So both teams should be fresh, and we'll see what happens. There's a kick, high, end over end. Coming down to Brown. Brown fields it at the 6. Comes out to the near side. Puts a move on one guy. Still on his feet. Trying to get to the sideline. Comes around the 20. He turns it up on the field. Keeps going to the field. And he's on his feet. Cut down the sideline. And pushed out of bounds. Deep in Newberry territory. Down to around the 33-yard line. It looked like for a second one of the officials were going to mark him out of bounds. He kept looking at the sideline, so I thought he was getting ready to call it, but let it keep on going. And Hawthorne's going to have great field position, a shortened field at the 33-yard line of the Newberry Panthers, putting their strength of their defense with their back against the wall. That big guy, number 56 for Newberry, we're going to have to keep our eye on him. That's Jarquez Carter, the Ohio State commit. One of his goals this year is to beat Hawthorne, and then his second goal is to win the state championship. That's quite a feat for the Hawthorne Hornets to be someone's senior goal. So we'll see how it goes here. Hawthorne comes in. Quarterback for Hawthorne this year, Adrian Curtis. He played one half of the game last week, comes over to us from Eastside. Both teams this year have transfers in at quarterback. The running back will look no different to you. Number 9, Keenan Johnson. Big guy, averaged about 130 yards last year per game. But you got to think also, that was really only about one half of play, because the second half of most of our games, he either wasn't playing or we had a running clock going, so he didn't get many carries. So we're expecting a lot from him on his senior year to control the game, control the line of scrimmage here. And Curtis moves him in motion from left to right. There it is. The ball tipped out and thrown out, trying to hit him in the flat, and getting a paw up there was Logan McLeod, knocking it down by his fingertip. Looked like Keenan had some room to run, but it gets knocked down. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Hornets. Second and 10, only 18 seconds into the ball game after the big return by Demetrius Brown. Twins left, twins right. On the near side, you got Leland Johnson in the slot. Wide to the near side is Nazi Gent. Curtis moves him in motion, brings him close, puts him at tight end, and we got a flag. Looks like it's going to be a delay of game. So it's going to back it up 5 yards and make it 2nd and 15. Coach Ingram's not too thrilled about that they seem to be starting the clock. He didn't think it gave him much time, so we'll see. 2nd and 15 from the 38. Curtis adjusts him, brings him in, moves Keenan on his left side from the shotgun. There's a snap. Takes a snap, pitch back, reverse, cuts it back. That's DeBose. DeBose on the carry, but everybody's staying home, and brought down right there at the line of scrimmage. Good discipline early on from the Newberry defense over here on the near side. Micah Newton. Defensive end, didn't over pursue, didn't follow the play, stayed home, and kept the Hornets from coming back on this side. That's hard to do at this level, is to teach high schoolers to stay home and play disciplined football, and he did a great job that time. So we'll see how it holds up against the end of the night after see some of the offense of the Hornets here. Trips to the far side. Curtis splits over here to the near side. Darian Bowie from the shotgun. Johnson off his right shoulder. There's a snap. Being pressured. Rolling out to his right. Being pressured in around midfield. He's scampering and throwing it down the field and away, out of bounds. Incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 15 from the 38. See what the Hornets do here. Looks like they're going to send in, might be the punt unit, as Sway Knapp drops back in punt formation. He's standing about midfield. This is going to be a placement punt. Sway standing right at midfield from the 38. 10:43 to go here in this first quarter. 2 guys back deep for the Panthers. There's a snap. And the kick, high spiral kick, a heck of a kick, and a fair catch caught right there at the 12-yard line. So great job by Sway Knapp. Good placement kick. We like inside the 10, but anything inside the 20 is positive. So that's about a 7-yard positive play there. So keep him from having a touchback as it gets down to the 13-yard line. That's a 25-yard placement punt. Great job. 10:40 to go here in this opening quarter. Hats off to Sean Derrick getting us up here on Hawthorne Sports Network. Appreciate him. ESAL is supposed to be out here trying to make their way out here to the field. He's had a little bit of issues with a flat tire today, but we appreciate him and all his coverage he provides to the program, as well as all the other media opportunities that have come out here. We have Friday Night Rivals out here with CBS and My 11, and 106.9 with Mike right out from Main Street Daily News here as well, too. First chance to see that Newberry offense. Trips to the far side, one guy to the near side, handoff in the backfield, and hit at the line, and a gain of maybe 1 as he brings it up to the 14-yard line. Looks like that was a little man, Jamarcus Wimberly. Wimberly on the carry, picks up a tough 1. Panthers tried to spread them out and isolate the guys, but Hawthorne doing good. Jaheim Darby anchoring that defensive line. Leland Johnson on the near defensive end. Ethan Thomas on the far defensive end. Kyler Ingram at linebacker. Host of experienced Hornets there. There's a snap. Handoff to Woods. Woods gets around the outside, tries to get out to the boundary, and a flag comes in as he's tackled going out of bounds. And looks like it's going to be coming back as it's in a holding area. We'll see what the official signal is going to be. Well, that was Caleb Woods with his first carry of the night. Right now is a gain of 15. Will be holding against the Panthers. So it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Basically be a gain of 1 yard net. So it'd be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Trips come to the near side, one man to the far side. At quarterback for the Panthers, Colin Dunmore. Colin Dunmore, the transfer coming in from Buchholz. Woods off his left shoulder. He now moves the Panthers that were split to the near side in tight. Moore in motion from right to left. There's the snap. Looking across. Finds his man. Complete. And looks like he's going to be able to pick up the first down as he gets it up to the 26-yard line. Looks like it's number 3, Lahari DeBose. That Newberry secondary last week had, I believe it was 5 pickoffs. So fans, if you're not familiar with these two teams and you're just now tuning into them, a lot of talent on both sides. It's going to be a very exciting game for all 4 quarters. There's a snap, quick snap. Dunmore takes it himself, tries to come to the inside, but the Hornets stay home. And a flag comes in. After the play, so the play was already over. We'll see what it is. Looks like a little bit of extracurricular activity after the play. Personal foul against the Hornets. Most time early in the game, they're going to do offsetting penalties just because normally they're just catching the retaliation. So they see both of those happening, and they just choose to not affect the game too much and tell them both that we're watching. So here we go, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. Twins to the near side, one man to the far side. Dunmore from the shotgun. Woods off his left shoulder. There's the snap. Hand off to Woods. Woods going off the left side, but he's hit as the Hornets. Jaheim Darby. They're bringing him down. Loses his helmet after making that play, but he is making his presence felt as he's taken up several gaps, several players, and it was a RPO option there, but they picked the wrong option as Darby was there waiting on it. Bringing down Caleb Woods for a loss of 2. They'll be at the 25-yard line. 8 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Twins to the near side. Campbell and DeBose to the near side. One man to the far side. 3rd and 12. There's the snap. Back to pass. Being pressured in the backfield. Looking across the field and knocked away at the Hornets over there providing coverage. Pass was intended for number 14. Aiden Moore. But the Hornets had Nate the Great Jennings, the sophomore phenom. He came onto the scene last year as a freshman with several amazing defensive plays in the state championship game, but all throughout the season. Did an amazing job for the Hornets in their state championship run. Makes his presence known here as just a sophomore covering one of their better receivers. 4th and 12, they're in punt formation, back deep for the Hornets. I believe that's the Bows. There's a snap, a high snap. He brings it down, gets it over. It's coming to the near side and takes a big bounce and is going to roll out of bounds. They're at the 28-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hornets. That was a heck of a punt. I can't see his number, but it looks like Zane Spires is who that was. Zane Spires. That was a 46-yard punt after the roll. It goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So 7:36 to go here in this open quarter, 0-0. Each defense being stingy. Hawthorne had great special teams that brought them all the way down to the Panther 38-yard line and was unable, or 33-yard line, was unable to move it in from there. As that defense came out, and everybody has fresh legs right now, but Hawthorne's going to keep on keeping on, putting the pressure on them. Next week, the Panthers will go on the road again down to Ocala and play Vanguard. Vanguard not as strong as they've been in the past, but still not too shabby of a team either. They have a few big spots on their schedule. They're up a division this year, so we won't face each other in the playoffs, so no threat of that as far as knocking each other out early on, representing the area here on the 352. Hawthorne next week is going to take a trip up to Tallahassee against Florida State University High School. So that's the equivalent of FSU's version of PK Young. They're pretty daggone good themselves. Who knows? They might even be better than that old Seminole team, but we'll see. Fans, we got the Hawthorne Quarterback Club. There's different ways you can be involved. Make sure you reach out, find out how you can get engaged, and be part of the progress here at the high school, but also on the athletic programs. 1st and 10, the Hornets coming here. In at center, Tyler Duncan, 29-yard line. Snaps it back to Curtis. Hand off to Keenan Johnson. Johnson with a big hole. Comes out to the near side. He gets to the 40, across the 40, up to the 45. And picks up 16 yards on his first big play of the night. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. That offensive line working hard, opening up some holes. Tyler Duncan, he's wearing the same number that his grandpa wore whenever he played at Hawthorne. Sporting it out there. You got Sway Knapp on the right side.
Mike Will.
Several other Hornets out there holding it down. There's a handoff once again, feeding Keenan Johnson. Johnson across midfield and still on his feet, down to the 45. That's another 10 yards as he gets actually spotted at the 44. Like Darby lost his helmet, and they'll have to put in a backup for him. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Looks like the plans to feed Keenan, run right at that big defense of Newberry, try and wear those guys down, see how long they can last, see if they start cramping up like they did last week or if they got in shape this week. Curtis from the shotgun, standing right at midfield. Johnson off his right shoulder. Handoff once again to Johnson. Johnson cuts it back this time out to the outside, but there he is, the big Ohio State commit, Jarquez Carter. Be a loss of 2 down to the 47. 6:15 to go here in the opening quarter. Coach Ingram right in the ear of the referee, letting him know his displeasure with what just went on. Timeout taken right here. Coach Ingram still talking with him. Taking the time out here, talk things over. 5:53 to go here in this opening quarter. Hawthorne has the ball, 2nd and 12 from the 46. Fans, just keep them in your prayers. We had a neighbor here in the community from the Keystone Heights, Melrose community. Played a lot of sports with a lot of the kids that are out here as well, too, as we know the Lake area community is a big family. But Ryder's been in an accident, and we're keeping him in our prayers as he's recovering, making some progress. A lot of the players keeping up with his progress out there. And we're just keeping him in our prayers for a speedy recovery and to see him back out there playing for Keystone out on the grass on a Friday night, as well as on the diamond with the baseball team. 2nd and 12 for the Hornets. Trips to the far side, one man to the near side. Curtis from the shotgun, be pressure in the backfield, gets away with it, throws it out. Oh! And the ball just out of the reach as he was trying to find Dakari DeBose. Man, I thought he was going to get nailed on that, as blitzing from the backside was Micah Newton.
We're dumping.
78.
We're doing 7-4.
That's his away jersey.
Yeah, if I'm having issues with the camera, it's dark, and I'm trying to figure out people are commenting and people are making comments.
All right, we know about the issues going on with the audio. We apologize. We got set up early on, and just to try and beat the crowd, and might have had some heat issues on the equipment, so we apologize, but we're trying to get it worked out. So be patient. We'll try and keep it posted. Curtis with a shotgun takes a snap, trying to get out to the near side. Ball comes loose, but it bounced right back to him as he falls on it and actually picks up a few yards. There on the defensive end, Micah Newton providing pressure. And Hawthorne once again in punt formation, 4th and 8. Put together a few good plays. And Hawthorne's going to keep, they know it's a marathon, so they got to keep moving. Back deep for the Panthers, number 14, Hayden Moore, standing about at his 12-yard line. Sway Knapp, punt formation for the Hornets, looking to boot it away, standing at his own 45. There's a snap, nice snap. Kick is up, high, end over end. Fair catch made, or signaled, and down at the 7-yard line. That's going to be a 36-yard punt. Point of no return as it was down by the Hornets special teams. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. Looks like they're going to, might be the 8. He walked it up a little bit. So 4:25 to go here in the opening quarter. The Panthers with their 2nd possession backed up deep. Hawthorne has definitely benefited on the field position game. And just got to keep putting it together, putting the work in. Coach Ingram will keep talking them up down there. Colin Dunmore at quarterback for the Panthers. His 2nd possession of the night. Off his right shoulder is the junior Caleb Woods. Man wide left, man wide right. There's a handoff to Woods. Woods off the left side trying to turn it up. And gets brought down immediately. There is some more extracurricular activity, but no flags. Caleb Woods picks up 5 before he was brought down by the Hornets' Nazit Gent. Colin Dunmore signaling his guys, trying to reposition them, flips the offense. Sends Hayden Moore wide left, swings to the near side, Woods by himself in the back. And there's a snap, but there's a lot of movement around. And flag comes in on the far side of the field. So a false start, it'll back it up 5 yards, and it'll be right back where they started at, 2nd and 10 now. With 3:32 to go here in the opening quarter, 0-0 still. Second and 10. Panthers, same formation. More wide left. Woods in the backfield by himself. There's a handoff to Woods around the left side. Hit at the line and driven back. He's not going anywhere. The Hornets defense is there. Led by the Hornets. It's like Zion Johnson was there. Kyler Ingram. Darby was in there. Leland Johnson. A host of Hornets on that backside. 3rd and 8. Looks like they're going to give them actually a few. And they bring it up just shy. Just a hiccup to the 10-yard line. Dunmore from the shotgun. Woods off his right shoulder. There's the snap. Keeps it itself. Oh, Ethan Thomas there providing pressure. Oh, he wraps him up. And Ethan Thomas with a slow down. And then getting back there to finish it off. LJ Jackson to finish it off. That was an assist and a flush as Thomas to Jackson, bringing them down in the backfield at the 3-yard line. It would be a loss of 7 and it bring up 4th and 15. 2:26 to go here in the first quarter, and punt formation for the Panthers. Standing at his own back boundary. If he steps back at all, he's going to be a safety for the Hornets. Zane Spires with a 46-yard punt earlier. Starting at his own 3-yard line now. There's the snap. The kick. High spiral. Heck of a kick. Coming down to the near side. And goes back. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the 35-yard line. With 1:55 to go here in the opening quarter. Still 0-0. Hawthorne still maintaining the field position win. That young defense bend that doesn't break. Once again, if you weren't with us last week, Coach Atkins took a head coaching job up in Georgia at Ola High School. We got official timeout. TV timeout. TV takes a timeout here as we're on CBS. It's My 11 for Friday Night Rivals. We appreciate them being here. Gives more exposure for the football program and what we're doing. 26 wins in a row, back-to-back state champions. The winning tradition is here. If you haven't been able to tune in, check out our Facebook page, our YouTube page. We have all kinds of interviews that are going to be there as well. We even have a podcast as well. So that same players interview and then the coaches interview this past week will all be available there for your view and pleasure, or listen to it on the road. Hear what Coach Ingram thinks about the previous week, what he looks forward to the coming week as we go throughout the season.
The big guy at the computer,
All right, 1st and 10.
Go there, you're going to see a big guy at a laptop. Tell him that the camera tilted again.
All right, the equivalent of the college red cap has come off the field, and Hornets, twins left, twins right. Curtis from the shotgun, Bowie in motion from left to right. There's the snap. Handoff once again to Keenan Johnson off the left side, running right into the teeth of that Newberry defense. Going to keep putting pressure on them. Stays motivating them. Brother Greg Bowie calling the plays. I'd like to give a shout to Zach down there at ZKH Films on the sideline. Still, he graduated early last year. Student here at Hawthorne, part of the football program, does a lot of the media stuff and the highlights for all the kids. So we appreciate what he does. All right, back to action now, 2nd and 14. Twins left, twins right. Timeout Hawthorne. Hawthorne going to take a timeout with 1:04 to go here in the first quarter. Talk things over. Coach Ingram didn't like what he's seen. Everybody a little discombobulated. Get everything right. get ready to put something together with this great field position headed towards the west end of the field. Fans, we appreciate you joining us. We got Tracy Cantley up here in the press box on the PA system, so we appreciate him. There's been a great turnout here in the stands, on the sidelines. Almost not a place to stand. There's even people standing on their vehicles trying to see inside. Newberry's brought a great crowd over there on the far side of the field. So all kinds of people supporting their teams on both sides of the ball here. Coach Ingram starting his 10th season here with the Hornets. See, it was nice to see a lot of former players, Hawthorne alumni. They're always going to be Hornets, but playing on ESPN Plus last night. Well, missed somebody, but there were several of them playing, so it was good to see former Hornets out there on the field. There's a snap and the throw over here to DeBose. DeBose has it, cutting down the sideline. He's on his feet, trying to get to the boundary inside the 20, and finally brought down. And great blocks down the field. Oh, man, we got DeBose down hurt on the field where he was brought down at the 19 and a flag on the play. Looks like we got a personal foul. I'm not sure who it's going to be against. Looks like it's DeBose down on the field. So after the play, we got a personal foul. And up walking around is DeBose. He's good to go, just a little banged up. So the ball after the penalty, it was a face mask that they used to bring him down, personal foul face mask. So that'll be half the distance added on, brings it down to the 9-yard line, and Hawthorne's going to have the ball first and goal from the 9 with 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. First chance in the red zone for the Hornets. Twins to the near side. Curtis from the shotgun. Johnson off his right shoulder. There's a snap. Flag comes in. And all sides against the Panthers. They got to jump early. Trying to get a head start. Gets the penetration, gets that Hawthorne offensive line. The offensive line's not a huge line by any means, especially whenever you look around the area. But they more than put their weight with the guys that are out there with the protection they provide for Curtis. And then the run block offense they have, the penetration they have is amazing. There's Keenan Johnson off the left side. He's driving it up the middle and touchdown. Keenan Johnson from 6 yards out. Puts the Hornets on the board first. 6-0 with 26 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. Hawthorne takes the early lead. And special teams coming out on the field now. Sam Carroll coming out. A little bit of a change up as Zion Johnson's not the holder. It looks like Leland Johnson's the holder. He came in last week whenever Zion got sent off for a play because of his knee pads. So Leland Johnson comes on to hold from the get-go. Sam Carroll, point out there's a snap, the set down, the kick is up. Great job, Leland, with your full-time debut. And Sam still putting it up and through the upright, 7-0 with 26 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. Hawthorne with the early lead on their third possession of the night. And now Newberry, with their first kickoff return, is going to have an option for their third possession. So let's see if they get something together themselves. As a two-time defending state champs, strike first. after what has, especially for Newberry, has been their running game. Today, they have actually more yards in the air. Hawthorne, what traditionally is our passing game, is now our running game with Keenan Johnson, KJ. Over 100 yards per game last year. And Sam Carroll with the kickoff duties this year. Sway does the punting. Carroll does the field goal kicking and the kickoffs. Tees it up at the 40-yard line, spreads his guys out. The Panthers spread out as well, starting at midfield. Back deep, you're going to have Hayden Moore on the far side. And it looks like Jamarcus Wimberly on the near side. And here he comes, up to the line. There's a kick, high, into ring, going down to Moore. And we got a flag. Flag on the far side of the field. They're going to say false start. False start against the Hornets. One guy was offsides. So we'll re-kick. That's a dead ball, so just moves back 5 yards regardless of where the ball ended up. But that was inside the 5 down to Hayden Moore. So a heck of a kick by Carroll. Carroll's got the leg working. All right, teeing it up at the 35 now. Moore and Wimberly still in the same areas. Carroll checking them off. There's a kick, high in the rim. This time Wimberly comes down with it at the 15. Trying to cut it back this side. Oh, and a big hit by Zion Johnson. Getting there, just throwing him down. After he brings it up to the 25, it's going to be a gain of 10, and that's going to be where they're stopped. Zion Johnson, the leader for that Hornet defense and special teams. He's moved from cornerback back to safety, and is traditionally you think of normally as a middle linebacker being your coach on the field for the defense, similar to a quarterback on the field for the offense. For us, yes, it's Zion Johnson, the senior. Great attitude, great work ethic. Really on the sideline, even for the JV games, talking the guys up, talking everybody up, and just having a good time all the time. Great to see his energy out there. Back deep. Trip to the far side. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers keep this up. Oh, there's an option. Pitches out to Woods. Woods trying to come to the outside and pushed out of bounds. At the 37-yard line, it's going to be enough for a first down. So that was a little option there from Dunmore. He got knocked down to the turf. Leland made him commit. But it looked like nobody else was over here to cover. Trips to the far side. Panthers trying to spread out the Hornets once again. Leland Johnson, the defensive end on this side. Far side is Ethan Thomas. One man to the near side. There's the snap. Back to pass. Throws it out to the far side. Hayden Moore has it. Oh, and he's hit. But then he breaks the tackle and moves it up across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Looked like he was going to get knocked down for a loss as he came back behind the line of scrimmage like a wide receiver bubble screen. Catch the ball and moved it up the field. Breaks one tackle and makes it 2nd and 5. All right, so that's how the first quarter ends. Hawthorne, after 12 minutes, has the lead. Newberry has not had the ball in their possession on our side of the field yet, but they are only 7 yards away from making that happen, and that Hornet defense trying to make sure they don't. So stick with us. as we have 36 more minutes of football on the clock going into the start of the second quarter. Fans, let us know where you're watching from. Once again, we're still working on the sky camera that we got. Got a little overheated. Might have to reset it or something. Give it a break. It's been out here in this Florida heat. Of course, up here in this press box, it's like an oven. We feel like we're cooked after this. We look forward to continuing our broadcast throughout the year. We'll keep working on them, trying to get them better and better so you can see them. Also, if we have any students that are interested in being part of the broadcast, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, we want to talk to you. We want to help you out, learn about broadcasting. Hornet defense with their horns. As they get them going here, it sounds like a soccer stadium. Let us know where you're checking in from. We are still in a TV timeout as they're out there on the field, keeping play from going. We'll try and get everything going, especially during halftime. We'll try and reset stuff and give you a better display, but at least you're able to hear and see a little bit of what's going on, and we can tell you from here. We appreciate the young man helping us out there on the sideline. I'll get his name also at halftime. He stepped up and said he'd hold it for us. So we do have that position available too for a regular, if you'd like to be on the sideline camera. We got a little gimbal that you can hold. And then a regular camera. You don't have to have any kind of experience. We'll help you out with it. All right, looks like we're coming back to action now. The snap, run off to the far side. Gain of 2, just shy of the 45-yard line. Bring up third down. Big third down and 3. All right, third and 3 as Tracy Cantley calls it out here from the PA to get the crowd riled up. Twins to the near side for the Panthers, one man to the far side. To the near side comes the Bows on the boundary. Campbell in the slot. Woods off the left side. Keeps it Dunmore. Dunmore dumps it off that hit and driven back and stopped. Shy of the line of scrimmage. Oh, he's ruled down. Floor of progress has already stopped and he'd already blown the whistle. Fourth down. Be a loss of 1 back to the 44-yard line. The Hornet faithful is so loud over here, I couldn't hear anything, but you could see them signaling that it was stopped. And I guess the Hornet players down there could hear it themselves as there is a host of Hornets wrapped up on them, making sure he wasn't going. So fourth down, 4th and 4 for the Panthers. They're going to send out their punt unit, but they're having a little bit of confusion as they're bringing back in the defense. So 4th and 4, they're probably going to try and get them to jump off sides. And they're going to take a timeout because they were getting ready to get a delay of game because they had run on the punting team and then immediately ran them back off. I think they were going to want to try and get a hard count going the way it looked. and the signals that they were making. But we'll see. Hopefully that Hornet defense stays strong and watches the ball, doesn't jump off sides, because just a offsides call will get them a first down. 4th and 4. Fans, we do know about the camera. We're trying to work on that as well, too. Be patient with us. We appreciate it. We're working on it, trying to get you a better picture. We apologize that you have to listen to me, but this is our field view, field camera, so we appreciate the young man helping us out there. This is what it looks like if you were standing on the sideline. This is what the crowd looks like. Amazing turnout. We appreciate everybody showing up. We appreciate Sean and all his work, giving us these opportunities with these camera angles.
Burger time boys on the field, we grind in the zone every time, reaching for the sky. Hawthorne Hornets, we got that pride. Under the lights,
All right, here we go.
Burger time boys,
Looks like they're coming right back to it.
Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side.
Fourth and 4 from the 44-yard line. They have to get up to the 48. 44-yard line, I guess it is, to the 48. Twins to the far side, twins to the near side. Dunmore from the shotgun, Woods off his right shoulder. In motion goes McLeod. McLeod from left to right. Leland Johnson staying put, not jumping off sides. And they got a false start. False start against the Panthers. Going to back them up 5 yards. Looks like a Hornet defense. They had a talk and made sure they knew to stay home. The hard snap was coming, but Hawthorne wasn't moving. Great job by Coach Sed Daniels and that Hornet defense. All right, here we go. Hornets special teams. Back deep to return for the Hornets, Dakari DeBose after that great return earlier. He's got another shot right here to immediately flip the field for the Hornets. Zane Spires steps on for the Panthers. He's been great for them. 46-yard earlier. He's going to kick it from his 39. There's a snap. Nice snap back to Spires. Spires with an end over end. Coming down to DeBose. DeBose fields it in his hands. Makes first guy miss. Second guy miss. Ducks underneath it. Tries to get to the boundary. Follows his guys and hit and finally brought down. And flag comes in. Several flags come in. And there was no need for any of that. That was all extracurricular. And everybody could see it up here. Looks like it was punches thrown. While our guy was on the ground and several of the Panthers on top of him, rearing back and punching. So personal foul against the Panthers. That's going to add to the spot of the 36. That'll bring it right across midfield up to the 49-yard line. Coach Ed Johnson from Newberry out on the middle of the field asking what happened, because he doesn't get an explanation way over there, as it happened right in front of our bench. And the official was right there in front of him, but literally as soon as he was down, it looked like punches being thrown against our guy. So good job by our players not to respond and react to it and get caught up in it. Gets us with good field position with 10:04 to go here in this first half. Hawthorne's going to have the ball with a short field, but we have a TV timeout right now. TV timeout as we are 1st and 10 at their 49-yard line. Coach Ed Johnson and an assistant still out on the middle of the field. That was quite interesting. All right. Curtis under center, pitches back to Johnson. Keenan Johnson around the left side, trying to cross midfield, hit and driven out of bounds. And of course, the Hornets over there on their bench, so a lot of extracurricular activity still going on over there. And a flag comes in. See what that is. Officially a loss of 2, and then after the play, looks like we got a flag over there on the far side of the field. Personal foul against Hawthorne. Personal foul against Newberry. Those are going to offset, so we're still going to play second down at the 49 with a loss of 2. Coach Johnson over there is still in the face of the official. He gets a flag over there from the sideline official. He's going to have a sideline warning at least, if not more than that, as it looks like a lot of their coaching staff is out on the field. Sideline warning against Newberry. I don't know if Coach Johnson is just trying to get his guys fired up or if he's just truly upset over there. 2nd and 11 for the Hornets. Twins left, Twins right. Curtis from the shotgun. Back to pass, being pressured. Throws it out to the near side. Has DeBose. DeBose cutting back against the grain. Now up the field, and a flag comes in. Panthers sniffed that out. Curtis did a great job just getting rid of the ball. DeBose coming back for it. And flag out there at the 48-yard line. And Hawthorne's body language makes it look like it's going to be against us, so they're definitely going to move it back. Personal foul against Hawthorne. So we'll replay second down. Of course, it's one of those things where the north side of the field likes that one and the south side of the field doesn't. And then the next one will have similar reaction the opposite way. So 9:18 to go here in the first half. Hawthorne up 7-0. First time with the ball on our own side of the field at the 34-yard line. What started out, or we were as far as the 49 of Newberry. So Twins to the near side, one back in the backfield. Curtis from the shotgun. There's the snap. Curtis hands it off to Johnson. Johnson off the left side. He goes, turns it right back up the middle into the teeth of that defense. And Coach Ingram keeps drilling it straight up into the teeth of that defense. And there's a whole lot of acting going on there with all of them just falling around trying to draw penalties like a soccer game. And the officials doing their best job over there to try and keep them separated. And Coach Ingram's seen enough. He's going to call a timeout and talk to his guys to get them under control, so he doesn't buy into that Newberry antics over there, as the coaches are even out there on the field yelling at the players as well. So Hawthorne takes a timeout. 8:19 to go here in the first half. Hawthorne up 7-0 here at Annie Mae Phillips Stadium. Friday night lights here in rural North Central Florida. You even got a coach out there now talking to the officials at midfield. Fans, if you didn't make it out to this one, I hope you're at least enjoying it back home. We're trying to bring you a few camera angles. We'll get worked on in halftime when we got a break. We just don't want to lose what we got at the moment. So we'll get it worked on at halftime and see if we can at least get you something to see during the final 2 quarters of this exciting game here. The officials whistle for everybody to come back to action now. Coach Ingham trying to get everybody under control, cool their heads. So Hawthorne trying to get personnel out there. 3rd and long from the 35.
Here we go.
So right now, it's more of just trying to manage something decent here to get decent field position. I'm not sure what other play you can come up with 3rd and about 26 to go. Twins to the near side, twins to the far side. Curtis from the shotgun, man in motion from left to right. That's going to be DeBose. DeBose comes to the near side. There's a snap. Throw out to DeBose. DeBose catches it, but loses his footing immediately and goes down. And it'll bring up 4th down from the 32-yard line, so a loss of 3. DeBose had an opportunity. There was a Panther there closely guarding him. Sway back to boot it away for the Hornets. Ball at the 33-yard line. More on the near side. There's Ford on the far side. There's a kick. High kick is short, though, landing about midfield. And bounces over to the 42-yard line. Leland trying to draw a foul as the Panthers, there's 2 Panthers pushing them away from the play. And the official waiting for an opportunity to throw a flag. So the ball's going to come down at the 42-yard line of the Panthers. They're 8 yards away from getting it across midfield for the first time tonight with 7:19 to go here in the first half. Hawthorne defense going to have to tighten up here and get ready as momentum's the Panthers thinking they're going it in their favor. 2nd and 10 from the 42. Ron Cerncy and crew over there on the far side with the chains, gets everything lined up. Pro formation from the shotgun. Goes Dunmore. 1 man wide to the near side. There's a handoff to Caleb Woods. Woods straight up the middle, hit and dives across midfield for the first time tonight. Gets up to the Hornets 49-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. Looks like they're just putting in the power players and trying to run it straight up the middle. 2 big men in the backfield. Woods, the deep tailback, standing about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Dunmore from the shotgun, about 5 yards back. 1 man by himself to the near side. 2nd and 2 from the 49. There's the snap. Handoff once again to Woods. Woods trying to go around the outside. Has a little bit of room. Hit hard and brought down by the Hornets, Brandon St. Fleur. He's going to have enough for a first down. That's into Hornet territory, down to the Hornets 43-yard line at 6.5 to go here in the first half. Same formation. Panthers finding something going. There's the snap. Hand off to Woods. Now Woods trying to come out to the near side. They just alternate where they're going. But there's Zion Johnson to hit him and unload on him and comes back and brought down. Ethan Thomas there as well. Nathan Jennings. Initial hit from Zion Johnson. And be a gain of about 5. Woods comes off. Woods comes out. And they send into the game Jamarcus Wimberly. A little bit speedier, smaller, shiftier guy. Hand off to Wimberly. Oh, no. Fake the hand off to Wimberly. Thrown down the field. And finds a receiver cutting on a slant. That's number 14, Hayden Moore, with a reception, tackled immediately by the Hornets, Travis Pete. But it's going to be a first down as the Panthers have their first big pass of the night. And we're inside 6 minutes, halfway through the second quarter. It's going to be a water break as the Panthers now have the ball in the red zone for the first time tonight and threatening here late in the first half. Hawthorne with a 7-point lead, trying to hold them off. Fans basketball will get started a little earlier this year than we've normally been used to. CJ Ingram focusing on basketball this year. Several other guys also focusing on basketball this year. So Hawthorne's football team a little depleted from what we've had last year, but we've had a lot of guys just step up and fill those positions right away. And looks like they're not missing a step at all. That Hawthorne defense flying around. Coach Sid Daniels and the defensive coaching staff have things working. Being tested right here as we're at a TV timeout, and it is 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line with 5:51 remaining here in this first half. Hawthorne still with the lead, 7-0. Once again, next week, September 6th, the Hornets travel up to Tallahassee to take on Florida State University High School. Then Hawthorne will be back home on the 13th against Oakleaf out of Orange Park. Big school up there in Orange Park. Then on the 20th, the Hornets travel down to South Sumter in Bushnell. Predominant powerhouse. They played a heck of a game last year. And then Zephyr Hills Christian Academy will take a couple weeks off. If we don't find anybody else that'll come in and play us, we'll take a couple weeks off and then play against Zephyr Hills Christian Academy on the 4th. And then on October 18th, we'll play against IMG Academy. Take a week off. And then we'll play against Orlando Christian Prep to wind out the season. Stay tuned on Max Preps for all the up-to-date information. We hope to make it to the playoffs once again. Of course, nothing's guaranteed, but we hope to make a deep run. 5:51, Newberry's threatening here. Dunmore from the shotgun. Wimberly back in the backfield. And now Hayden Moore coming in the backfield. There's the pass back to Wimberly. Wimberly has it, hit the backfield, driven up, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and finally brought down as he gets to the 20-yard line. It's going to be a loss of a few. Hornets look like they're going to have him wrapped up for even a bigger loss. That'll be a loss of 3 officially. Actually, they move it up to the 19. It'll be a long 3, short 2. Long 2, short 3, I guess. Hornet faithful getting loud over here. Got the horns going. Trips to the near side on a diamond over here. One man to the far side. Woods back in the game off the right shoulder of Dunmore. McLeod in motion from left and right. There's a snap. Dunmore back to pass, being pressured, and throws it out to the far side of Caleb Woods, out of his hands, and incomplete. Leland Johnson was bearing down. Ethan Thomas was right there in arm's length of Dunmore and just couldn't get an arm around to him. A lot of pressure from that Hornet defense. And a big 3rd down for the Hornets coming up. This defense trying to keep the Panthers out of the end zone. Fires is a good field goal kicker, so they may send them on just to get points on the board. With 3rd and 13. And Newberry's going to take a timeout as they look discombobulated on what's going on, and they were getting ready to get a delay of game penalty as the back judge was signaling that he only had 10 seconds to go, and they were nowhere near ready to go. So Coach Ed Johnson heads up, runs down, and calls a timeout. 3rd and 13 for the Panthers. In the west end zone, the ball is spotted at the far hash away from us, closest to the Newberry sideline at the 19-yard line. With 4:51 to go here in this first half. Hawthorne up 7-0, trying to hang on to that lead. And you got a coach still out there chirping in the ears of the referees every chance they get. 3rd and 13. To the near side, one man to the far side. Dunmore from the shotgun, Woods off his left shoulder. There's a snap. Hand out to Woods. Woods hitting the backfield. Wrapped up initially by Ethan Thomas, and then L.J. Jackson wraps him up and stops him, and a few other Hornets come there to finish him off. Woods was going nowhere against that swarm of the Hornet defense. Be a loss of 1 and bring up 4th and 14. Spires comes on, looking to put it through. This is actually a hard angle. Any kickers, especially right-footed kickers, do not want to be up against the right hash. It's a bad angle to try and kick from. And it's going to be a 37-yard field goal. He's hit him from a much deeper than this. There's the snap to set down. The kick is up and splits the uprights. Zane Spires puts the Panthers on the board, 7-3 with 4 minutes to go. That Hornet defense with a bend but don't break. The shutout's gone, but Hawthorne still has the lead, and they still haven't. Their offense hasn't made it into the end zone against the Hornets, so nothing too shabby about that with that Hornet defense. Hawthorne get the kickoff here with 4 minutes to go and a chance to add to their lead going into half. Newberry will get the kickoff coming out of the second half. Coming out of halftime, Newberry will get the kickoff. So Hawthorne right here trying to add to the lead and get inside the heads of these Panthers. Spires tees it up from the far hash at the 40. Back deep for the Hornets, you're going to have Dakari DeBose and Demetrius Brown. Two very speedy guys. Keenan Johnson up there as a mid guy, along with Zion Johnson and a few other guys, Gent, even Jennings. And there's a whistle to get started. There's a kick coming down to the 3-yard line. There's a whistle, but everybody's just looking. Everybody's looking at each other, but they don't know. Nobody's thrown a flag or anything else, so I don't know who blew the whistle, but everybody's coming back. I don't see a flag on the field. Everybody's discombobulated. I was wondering what was happening here, and they call it. False start. It's going to back it up 5 yards. They have the end guy offsides, which is really what's happened. It's more of an offsides than it is a false start. So they'll back it up 5 yards, and the Hawthorne coaches were right there on the line pointing it out the whole way. But I never heard the whistle. I thought I heard a whistle, but nobody threw a flag, and everybody was just looking at each other. So Hornets didn't know what to do. Panthers didn't know what to do. All right, here we go. Set it all up again. DeBose and Brown back deep for the Hornets. Spires tees it up for the Panthers. 3:58 to go here in this first half. There's a kick. High, end over end. Coming down. This Brown. DeBose has it. Coming to the near side. DeBose trying to get to the sideline. He's down on the boundary. He turns it up the field. Back against the grain. And finally brought down as he makes it up to the 30-yard line. That's going to be about a 23-yard return as he brings it out. You know, he got injured earlier on that one big play. And he's still toughing it out, trying to walk it off and back down again as the ball comes down to the 30-yard line. First and 10 for the Hornets. And an official timeout now as he is down once again. That is Dakari DeBose, who's been a heck of a player for the Hornets. Receiver, returner, just one of those exciting guys to watch. Hornet defense trying to get a little breather here. Chance to sit down, get their legs underneath them. The offense over there for Newberry. If you're not here, you probably can't see it, but they're on the far side of the field looking at a big TV, trying to see what they've been doing, what's working, what's not working. High-tech stuff, but maybe a little overkill, but whatever works for whoever, that's all right. 3:48 to go here in the first half. Hawthorne has a ball at our own 30-yard line, 70 yards away from pay dirt. Trips to the far side. One man to the near side. That's Davion Pugh. First and 10. Keenan Johnson takes the ball, runs right into that blitz that they threw. Johnson say what y'all can do, I can do as well. Gains 7 yards and brings it up to the 37-yard line where it's going to be second and a long 3. 3.5 to go here in this first half. We know the cameras are messed up. Once again, we're going to work on that in the half, so we appreciate everybody checking in on us. We're going to work on that in the second half or during halftime. There's a snap. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson tries to come out here to the outside. Following his blockers. Cuts to the outside. Outside the numbers. Still moving forward. Has a first down and then moves it up to the 46-yard line. And takes several Panthers with him. He cuts it to the inside. Then his blocker on the outside sealed the outside and he turned it up. And it'll be a first down. First and 10 to move the chains up to the 47-yard line. Under 3 minutes to play in this first half. Hawthorne trying to keep putting it to these guys. See how good a shape they're in. Spreads out 3 to the far side. With Brown, Pugh, and Bowie. To the near side comes Zion Johnson. Keenan Johnson in the backfield, hand off to Keenan. Keenan comes to the outside, tries to break one tackle and dives across midfield. Jarquez Carter threw one of the Hornets back. It may have been a little bit of soccer acting on our part, but nonetheless, it looked good. Try to draw a flag just like in basketball or in soccer. There's nothing wrong with that, part of the game. Second and 3. For the Hornets with 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Hawthorne starting to get into the heads of these guys. Trips to the far side. Pugh, the lone receiver here. On the near side. At the Panthers' 46-yard line. There's a snap. Nice snap. Curtis pitches it back. Johnson has it. Turns it up the field. Inside the 45. Takes a couple more Panthers with him. And picks up another first down for the Hornets. Keenan Johnson. He's carrying a load for the Hornets. And needs a breather after that one. In comes the freshman, Derek Gillens. Derek Gillens, the freshman phenom. He's a big man, like a bowling ball. He doesn't look very fast or very powerful for his speed, but he does a great job. And tough between the tackles. And he may be a little deceptive, as he also has a few moves. Curtis from the shotgun. Gillens off his left shoulder. There's the snap. Curtis back to pass. He's looking deep. He's looking for Pugh. Pugh looking up and incomplete. Looked like he gave up on the ball. Might have been just a little overthrown, but he had a chance for it. Wanted a little more air underneath it. It was one of those plays that he's caught the cornerbacks looking in the whole time for the run. And Pugh ran the sideline, had the guy beat for a little bit. And the pass just just off the mark. .104 to go here in the first half. Wide left goes Demetrius Brown and Zion Johnson, as well as Darian Bowie. Darian Bowie now comes out to the near slot. DeBose on the near side. Being pressured, throws out, looking for DeBose and throws it. He wasn't ready for it. And looks like one of the guys comes in and takes out the quarterback, knocks his helmet off, and no penalty. I don't know how his helmet comes off without contact to the head. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 without the quarterback. Richard Roundtree, the freshman quarterback, is going to have to come in for the Hornets because Curtis's helmet came off. 58 seconds to go. Richard Roundtree, the freshman, comes in. He's been working out, getting reps, and he is ready to go. His opportunity right here in the spotlight on Friday night with a rival team across from him, a Power 5 commit to Ohio State bearing down. No pressure for this freshman. Twins left, twins right. Oh, the ball rolls back to him and nothing to him. But then one of the guys just pounced on him after he was already down. So no fault of his own. It's going to be a loss of a few. Going to bring up 4th down. 4th and about 15. And we'll see. I don't know. I guess the Panthers are going to be content with letting it run down and not call a timeout. I'm surprised. Maybe they've used all their timeouts up, but I didn't recall them taking that many. 27 seconds to go. Hawthorne in punt formation. Sway back to boot it away. 10 seconds on the play clock. Man wide left, man wide right. 5 seconds. There's a snap. Sway has it. Kicks it away. High spiral kick. No opportunity for a return as it comes down and takes a good bounce. And time's going to run out exactly how the Hornets drew it up. So after 1/2 of play, your Hawthorne Hornets here on Friday night, their opener here in front of the home crowd of the regular season. The Hornets 7 visiting Newberry Panthers. One time in the red zone and got 3 points by Zane Spires. Makes it Hawthorne 7, Newberry 3. Fans, we are going to take a look at our technology and try and get a look at it, see if we can get it up and going for the second half. And we hope you join us here back in about 17 minutes.
We grind in the zone every time, reaching for the sky. Hawthorne Hornets, we got that pride. Under the lights, we're ready to fly. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. Town boys on the field, we grind. In the zone every time, reaching for the sky. Hawthorne Hornets, we got that pride. Under the lights, we're ready to fly. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. In the huddle, focus tight, we ride. Sweating collide. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. From the stands, hear the roar, get it loud. We rise, we conquer, we make our town proud. Golden black, we wear like a crown. No one can bring these Hornet boys down. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side. Yeah. Hornets in the hive, stingers ready to strike. Gridiron kings feel hotter than a spike. Friday night lights, we bring the thunder and might. Opponents shaking, looking just for a flight. Buzzing on the field, swarming in gold and black. Champions of Florida, ain't no holding back. Rise like the sun, daily grinding sacks. Defense mean, offense smooth like tracks. Hawthorne Hornets, we the top in the game. State champs, everyone know our name. Blood, sweat, tears, ain't playing for the fame. Florida's finest, Hornets torching the frame. Coaches on the edge, scheming plays like war. Linebackers hitting, hear the crowds roar. 10 yards at a time, marching never poor. Titles around the neck they can't ignore. Quarterbacks ducking, DBs tight and fast. Receivers in the end zone, victories amassed. Huddle up, boys, memory gonna last. All the championships, reliving the past. Champions stand tall across King City. Hornets buzzing louder, ain't no pity. Sweat on the brow, it's our nitty gritty. Glory's in our veins, we're taking what's pretty. Lights are shining bright, Friday night delight. In the city of champions, where we fight the fight, Hawthorne Hornets roar, hear the crowd adore. On the field we soar, victory we implore. City of champions we rise, we stand as one. Underneath the stadium lights, our battle's just begun. Every yard we gain echoes through the rain. In the city of champions, we feel no pain. Orange and black we bleed, winning is our creed. Marching to the beat with unstoppable speed. City of champions we rise, we stand as one. Underneath the stadium lights, our battle's just begun. Every yard we gain echoes through the rain. In the city of champions, we feel no pain. Orange and black we bleed, winning is our creed. Marching to the beat with unstoppable speed. City of champions we rise, we stand as one. Underneath the stadium lights, our battle's just begun.
as we're back here at Annie Mae Phillips Stadium for the home opener against the Newberry Panthers. Both teams got done stretching here, getting ready to warm up for the second half. Few things to keep an eye on here that are developing. Caleb Woods is not feeling too well, and he's over there holding his side and having the trainers look at him. So that may be a big issue for Newberry, as that's their go-to weapon. So we'll see how that plays out, as they're going to be actually on the field first with kickoff return. He just took out the spurt of energy and had plenty there. But Hawthorne jumped out to an early lead, 7-0, after controlling the ball on the Newberry side of the field for most of the first half. And then Hawthorne able to finally punch it in on their third possession, straight up the middle with Keenan Johnson. Then the Panthers put together a little bit of a drive of their own, going for about 30 yards until they got just stonewalled by that Hornet defense just inside the red zone. And the bend but don't break mentality there that they're known for, and the energy they're providing, really just shut them down to where they couldn't move the ball anymore. And so Hawthorne's defense able to hold them to just a 3-point field goal by Zane Spires from 33 yards out, 37 yards out, to put the Panthers on the board in the second quarter. Makes it 7-3. Now back here, getting ready to get started here in the third quarter. Sam Carroll's going to tee it up for the Hornets. It's like Hayden Moore and Darius Ford back deep or actually that's going to be Jamarcus Wimberly on the near side and Hayden Moore on the far side. Still on a TV timeout at the moment. We do have the cameras working better here, so hats off to Sean Derrick, and who was assisted by his boss, Emily Derrick. We appreciate her. Also want to give a shout out to Daniel Jerkins. He's providing our sideline coverage, and we appreciate him. He's doing a great job. Student athlete here at Hawthorne Middle High School, running that sideline camera for us. Once again, if you want to be involved, just contact Sean Derrick. You can reach out to him or to the Hornet Sports Network. You can reach out on there and just let us know that you're interested. Send us a message, and we will get you involved in one way or another. We have so many more cameras that we can put into action just to make this even a better broadcast, the more dependable people we have. So thank you all for the people that came up here earlier about being involved. All right, teed it up at the 40, kicking from west to east. Hayden Moore standing at his 5. There's a kick from Carroll. Down coming to actually Wimberly at the 10. Wimberly going to the right side, trying to cut it back up the middle, hit and brought down at the 25. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 25-yard line with 11:52 here to go, 8 seconds into the third quarter. Once again, Colin Dunmore, the transfer from Buchholz, at quarterback for the Panthers. 1st and 10. Coming out in the same formation that they had a little momentum with at the end of the first half. There's the handoff to the left side of Caleb Woods. Hit and brought down, but not until he picks up 4 on the play. Caleb Woods. A lot of work going on in the trenches there. Same formation. It's a shotgun with 2 fullbacks on each side of Dunmore. And then Caleb Woods standing about 8 yards deep. There's the snap. Hand off to Woods. Woods off the right side, wrapped up, hit, and brought down. Down to the 34. Coach Johnson trying to wear down that Hornet defense. And this is the first time that Hornet defense has played really in the second half here. So we'll see what they do. Oh, flag came in on the play at the 34. Flag against the Hornets after the play. Looks like personal foul against the Hornets. 15-yard penalty, just shy of midfield. Didn't need to give them any help, that's for sure. And a couple of the leaders down there on that Hornet defense talking them up, trying to coach up those guys. Now you've seen them come back to the throw. There's Woods. Woods trying to get outside, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and then held up and thrown back. Caleb Woods drilled back L.J. Jackson there originally. And he's getting up slow on the play himself. Looked like Woods got banged up and ran off the field and sent in Wimberly, but Jackson, holding his right leg, is made a heck of a play. And then a host of Hornets came over there to help him out. And it looks like he was on the bottom of that pile, maybe just got twisted around some, I hope. So he can just walk it off. And there you go. L.J. Jackson playing a heck of a job there as a junior linebacker. Playing a lot of that middle linebacker position. Whenever they run three, he's on the outside, but he's a workhorse in there and a tough guy. He's going to walk it off, get checked out. Appreciate the UF Health team being here, helping us out. On both sides, actually, for Newberry and for Hawthorne. Keeping the players safe. 2nd and 11. Woods isn't back out there. You got Wimberly at tailback. Same formation, man wide right. High snap. Dunmore brings it down. Bobble the handoff. Wimberly trying to stretch it out. Gets to the outside, but wrapped up by Zion Johnson and thrown down in the backfield. The Hornets, they miscalculated the speed of that Hornet defense, and he was trying to find the outside and couldn't get it, as Zion Johnson leading the way for that Hornet defense, and as several more coming to follow up and bring them down. That's the backup tailback, Wimberly. Still don't even see Woods on the sideline. Woods, I think, might be on the bench. Oh, they're going to have a penalty against Hawthorne. 5-yard penalty. So 2nd down, 2nd and 6. There's the snap. Handoff once again. No, fake the handoff. Throwing deep, trying to look deep, trying to hit the receiver into the end zone, and touchdown. Connects to the far side. That's Hayden Moore with a touchdown, and Newberry has their first lead, 9-7, with 9:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter. There's a flag in the end zone. Look like it's going to be after the play, so this could be a big deal depending on where they assess it, whether Hawthorne wants to take the field goal assessment here or they want to do it on the kickoff. They'll probably elect for it on the kickoff so that they have a shortened field. Coach Bowie down there talking things over. Actually trying to find Coach Ingram. I don't see him on the sideline. There's the snap. Spires on for the point after attempt, and it is up and good. So with 9:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Newberry takes their first lead of the night, makes it 10-7, and Hawthorne going to get their first possession of the 2nd half here momentarily. 9:16 to go here in the third quarter. Baseball starts this coming week. Wednesday is the first practice. Monday is a holiday, no school. So Wednesday is the first practice. All right. Hornets spreading it out for the kickoff. Far side is Dakari DeBose. Near side is Demetrius Brown. Still at a TV timeout. So they walk it off.
I got you on there. You too. It ain't gonna show in here, but it's gonna show on the laptop.
All right, here we go. Teeing it up at the 25 is going to be Spires. Spires shifts his guys over. Make sure he has at least 4 guys on this side. 6 guys on the far side. 9:16 to go with a 3-point lead. He tees it up at the 25 after the penalty was assessed. There's a small pooch coming down. The Hornets pick it up. Coming to the near side is DeBose. DeBose trying to find a seam straight up the middle. Oh, he's a shoestring away from putting it on the board. As a touchdown saving tackle comes from number 21, the cornerback, Elijah Beckford. But DeBose could smell the end zone from there, and looks like some of these Panthers are holding their sides, gasping for air, and Hawthorne are going to try and put the heat to them here as the offense gets their first opportunity here of the second half. Curtis at quarterback. Johnson's going to be off his left side this time. Trips to the far side, one man to the near side. Oh, you got one Panther that just fell down in the middle of the field. Fans, it is hot out there. Hats off to all these guys on both sides of the field, giving it their all. Gets up. That was actually Elijah Beckford that just made that tackle. Looks like actually CI has gotten a little overheated himself. The trainer's working with him and telling him to sit down. It is hot, people. He wears a sweater out to practice. He wears a sweater out to practice. So you know he's got to be, to pull him off the sidelines like that and to have him sit down, you know he's got to be feeling bad. So turn it over to his coaching staff that's been here. He trusts them with it all. 1st and 10 from midfield. Curtis with his snap. Hand off to Keenan Johnson. Johnson comes to the outside, still on his feet, diving forward, holding on to the ball, breaking tackles, inside the 40, picks up 13 yards, and he's going to have a Hornet first down. Keenan Johnson gets up, limping himself. Down to the 38-yard line. Beckford's back out there at cornerback on the near side. Their big guy, one of their big guys, he's getting up limping. That's number 55, Amaris Bryant. He's limping and running off the field. So, fans, this is where it's going to depend on what's happened during the offseason. What do you got? Twins left, twins right. From the shotgun. And timeout, Newberry. Newberry's going to talk things over here. Hats off to the training staff for watching these guys and making sure they're okay.
Arizona
I mean, up here in this booth, this may be my best workout plan because I think I've sweated at least 5 pounds off tonight. And I'm looking around, everybody else got sweat dripping from them. So it is hot and muggy. And all this rain that we've had that's built up into the soil is getting baked out by this heat. And although it only says 79 degrees, I can guarantee you it feels hotter than that. Heck of a lot hotter than that. But Hawthorne trying to show that their workouts been paying off. See what they can do here. Keenan Johnson came off that last play. Derek Gillens in there at tailback for the Hornets, the young freshman. Twins left, twins right. Curtis from the shotgun. 1st and 10. There's a snap. Fake the handoff. Looking across. Has his man. Oh, just overthrown. Trying to hit the bows. Brings up 2nd down. Pugh coming across the middle. He thought he was wide open, trying to get somebody to look at him. He's wanting the ball. He had a man beat going down deep on the sidelines with a chance of 6 himself, and is still looking to try and get that back. Trips to the far side, goes Pugh. Brown in the slot, along with Bowie in the slot on the near side. And then DeBose wide to the near side. There's a snap. Johnson back in. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson trying to cut out to the left side. He finds some blocks and a seam and goes across. And once again, Tyler Duncan with a pancake. And then we got another man down. And then Hawthorne's got a guy down. And then also Newberry's got a guy down. Cramping. Both of them. Both of them getting worked on right now, cramping. So that's Jaheim Darby. He's been playing both ways. And that's a big player for the Hornets. He needs to get off and get some fluids in him. This heat is no joke.
Panthers holding 3-point advantage.
All right, there's a snap. Pitch back to Johnson. Johnson coming to the near side. He puts a few moves, tries to get to the boundary, and gets knocked down after he gains, looks like about 4 yards up to the 31. We're going to have 4th down, 4th and a long 2. As they set it down, Coach Bowie going to talk to him. With 7:26 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Walk in. Once you move in, let them out. Feel free to park. It's not park.
Hawthorne coming to the line. 4th and a long 2. Directing traffic. Curtis from the shotgun. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Hawthorne's going to take a timeout, talk things over. $6:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hawthorne down by 3 at the 31-yard line of the Panthers. 4th and 3. Certainly a big play, trying to get some momentum going back the Hornets' way after the Panthers had the one big play that they scored on. Otherwise, the defense hasn't given up much. But this humidity is starting to come into play here as both teams have started having guys go down with cramps. You're trying to get fluids. Even Coach Ingram down there getting a little overheated himself. But everybody checking him out as well, too. So if you're out here, make sure you're taking care of yourself. This heat is no joke. 4th and 2. Curtis realigns his offense. Twins to the near side. And flag comes in. Encroachment. He got him to jump off. Both officials threw their flag. They did the hard count. What we feared before for our guys to jump off, they jumped off. Looks like it was Amaris Bryant. Of course, when you're hurt, you try and get a little bit extra of a jump because you're already hurting, so you're trying to get whatever start you can. Darby comes walking off the field again. He is overheated, cramping, trying to get some water in him. Volunteer down there helping him out, getting some fluids in him. 1st and 10. 6:52 to go here in this third quarter, down by 3. 10-7, Newberry. Curtis getting them all lined up. Twins left, Twins right. Resets the tight ends. Leland and Gent. Oh, big block there. And a pass complete to Dakari DeBose. Touchdown, Hornets. Adrian Curtis. He finds him in the seam and connects. And there's a Panther down on the field. Hopefully it's just a cramp. It looks like it is, the way he's trying to stretch it out. That's Micah Newton. And what doesn't get seen or noticed until they go back and they look at the film is Leland Johnson was huge in making that work. He came from the right side and seen the blitz coming on the left side, and Newton, who is actually down on the ground, getting checked out for a cramp on his left calf, he actually seen him coming in and took him out so that he couldn't make that hit, and gave Curtis just that extra time to make that pass and hit DeBose on this near side and took it in from 26 yards out and put the Hornets back out in front, 13-10, waiting for the point after with 6:45 to go here in the third quarter. Hornet fans, Newberry fans, you got your money's worth tonight. Or if you just changed your plans to be able to tune in wherever you're watching from, you certainly have a great opportunity here to see some great football. Hats off to both of these teams, leaving it all out there on the field. You can see some guys out there that they've been cramping and trying to push through it. The trainers checking them out, making sure that they're still not doing anything that's going to hurt themselves. It is certainly hot out here. I can't overemphasize that. All right, Sam Carroll on to attempt the point after, holding his Leland Johnson. A great set down last time. We'll see what we can do this time to make it 4-point game. There it is. The kick is up and is good. Makes it 14-10. That is super important because it requires a touchdown for them to have a lead. So right now, 14-10 Hawthorne with 6:45 to go here in the third quarter. It doesn't get any easier for Newberry next week as they look towards Vanguard, going down to Ocala in their road series. Hawthorne with another tough opponent going up to Tallahassee to play Florida State High School. Be a tough matchup up there, especially on the road. Coach CI still being checked out. CJ right to his left side, both sitting on the bench, and then Coach Jefferson right behind him talking to him, making sure he understands that he's more important than any game. Sam Carroll getting ready to tee it up right at the 40. Hayden Moore. Along with Lahari DeBose is on the near side. 4 guys about 20 yards behind the line. And then they spread out here. Both sides got guys laying down on the ground, being checked out for cramps, getting fluids. Getting stretched out. There's a high kick. End of ring coming down. It's going to short hop the receiver. He picks it up last minute before getting hit and then tries to break it out. Gets hit and knocked down as the Hornets once again. Leland Johnson there with another big hit. He is all over the field tonight. Special teams making good set downs. On the offensive side, making good blocks. On the defensive side, providing pressure and tackles. And there on the special teams, keeping from that cutback and shutting them down. And DeBose goes off the far side on a cramp himself. He actually hasn't been in the game very much, but still going off on a cramp himself on the far side of the field for Newberry. All right, back to action now. 1st and 10 from the 19 for the Panthers. Same formation. He switches it up and moves 2 guys to his right side. Woods with a snap back just about over his head. Runs it straight back up the middle. Hit at the line. TC is there and pushes him back. Loss of 2 on the play. And it'll bring up 2nd and 12. These kids still playing really hard out there. Lots of contact. Jordan Asante for the Hornets, the junior. They're at linebacker, came in for LJ Jackson, making some plays. There's a snap, another high snap, brought down. Dunmore brings it down. Woods trying to get out to the outside, breaking a few tackles, and finally brought up to the 25-yard line. A heck of a run there. Gain of about 8. And official timeout for a water break with 5:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And both teams need some water for sure, as they're being pretty rough here. Coach Ingram now being taken off the field to get checked out with the training staff. But that just shows kind of what he has built here. Most teams, they lose their head coach walking off the sidelines that's overheated. They would be discombobulated. But this staff that he's put together is people that he trusts. And you've seen that over the time that we've talked together in the coaches' meetings, the coaches' show. You've seen that what he's done is surrounded himself with people he knows, people he trusts, like his brother, Greg Bowie. He is not only the head basketball coach, but he's the athletic director here. He's his older brother, and he is out here coaching up the offense just like hasn't skipped a beat. Coach Ced Daniels, been with him for the last few years. He was a co-defensive coordinator with Coach Dustin Atkins. Came to us after his head coaching job tenure over at Eastside, and his son was here as a wide receiver, Matthew McKinley, who's up at Delaware now, playing football at the collegiate level. Came to us, and he has not skipped a beat with the Hornets defense. They look just as impressive as they've been in the past. With all the guys that have cycled through the program and gone to the next level, they've been able to coach up these guys, and you can see it even on the JV level. Last night over at Newberry, the JV team was lights out and doing amazing work. So hats off to them and what they do day in, day out. Obviously, Coach Ingham's in our prayers. I know he'll be fine. Just needed to go get cooled off and get some fluids. All right, 3rd and 4. Big third down play here for this Hornet defense, trying to get the offense back on the field. One man wide to the far side. Same formation with a power formation. Woods, the deep tailback. Dunmore from the shotgun. The high snaps has been there. There's the snap. Hand off to Woods off the right side. He's hit, and he's going to be short of the first down. He stopped as there is Najee Gent, Kyler Ingram, Jaheim Darby, and a host of Hornets to stop him. And he is even several Panthers slow getting up. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2. 4th and a long 2. We'll see what the Panthers do here as they're only down by 4. So still only 1 possession, and it's still the 3rd quarter. So Dunmore doing a great job of leadership. He's cheering his guys on as they come off the field, trying to keep them motivated, especially those big offensive linemen. Special teams comes in as Spires is back in punt formation. Gunners split to each side. 4th and 2. DeBoe's back deep. Here's a snap. Kick. Heck of a kick by Spires. Comes down. DeBoe's has it. Cuts it up. Looking for a seam. Trying to cut it back to the outside. And brought down as he gets up to the 44. Looked like he had an opportunity to cut it outside, but he's seen something else inside. And you just kind of got to go with your instinct at that point. So he's done a heck of a job so far tonight, especially fighting through injuries of his own. Up to the 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hornets at our own 45. We're 55 yards away from pay dirt and 4:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. What's important about this is it gets that Hornet defense a chance to rest and puts that tired Panther defense right back on the field. So Hawthorne offense want to get out there and grind it out. Twins left, twins right, 1st and 10. Curtis from the shotgun. Johnson off his left shoulder. There's a handoff to Johnson. Ground and pound is what they're going to do. Running it up to midfield. He drags the Panthers with him across midfield down to the Panthers' 48-yard line. It's going to be a huge gain of 7 yards on the 1st down carry with 4:20 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Getting it to the money man that carried it last year for us. Controlled the game. Coach Ingram talked about just being able to give the rock to a guy like Keenan Johnson to where he can just take control of the game, follow behind that offensive line, and just wind down the defense to where they just don't even want to fight anymore. You can see them holding their sides on that defensive line. There's a snap. Handoff once again. Keenan cuts it back. He's got a 1st down. He's inside, down to the 40 and brought down. Keenan Johnson once again. Huge carries for the Hornets. That jersey is dirty like he just been going through mud. And it's 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the Newberry 40-yard line. Basically at the 40-yard line. Twins left, twins right. Curtis from the shotgun. Johnson once again off his left shoulder. There's a snap. Handoff once again, Keenan. Keenan straight up the middle. Following his blockers and then finally brought down. Darby loses his helmet. There's only one way to really lose a helmet, and that's really if it gets snatched off or knocked off, especially when you're a blocker. And so obviously there are some hands to the head and not seen out there. But Johnson doing a great job grinding it out, running that clock. Under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6 for the Hornets with a 4-point lead, trying to add to it, making it a 2-possession game. Twins left, twins right. Here we go. Here's a snap. Back to pass, looking across. Has his man. There's Brown. Brown trying to find a seam and taken out. Good reception. Still able to keep the defense in check, picked up 2 to 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Hornets as Curtis connects with Demetrius Brown on the far side of the field. It's kind of scary for this Newberry defense. They only got a few guys out there on the side, on the boundary. So if one guy misses, it's 6 points for the good guys. So yeah, they're going to spread them out again. Trips to the near side, one man to the far side. Pugh over here on the near boundary. He caught one before, or had a chance to catch one before. Curtis being pressured, looks across, has Pugh on target, and moves it in the red zone. We called our shot, looking for Pugh. Big reception that he's been looking for, and another Newberry Panther getting up slow as he's cramping, trying to walk it out, but those cramps, they don't just walk out. You got to stretch them out and get some fluids in. Coaches tell him a wise decision is to go down so that he can get somebody in for him. 1:28 to go here in the third quarter. Hawthorne in the red zone, 1st and 10, down to the 18-yard line after that connection to Pugh from Curtis. And Hawthorne starting to move the ball a little bit, getting a little more confidence going. Got the offense going, the passing game going, the running game going. It's opened up the passing game a little more because they've been stacking the box. And Curtis doing a great job of managing where that offense is. So great job. Hats off to the coaching staff, especially after Coach Ingram got taken out and checked out. Hats off to what he's done and built here. CJ Ingram still on the sidelines looking on. He's just like another coach down there. All his experience talking guys up. He's out there at practices quite a bit as well too. Back to action. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Hawthorne keeps on spreading them out. Man wide left, Twins wide right. Bowie by himself way over there at the far side. Curtis from the shotgun. Johnson off his right shoulder. There's the snap. Back to pass is Curtis. Curtis being pressured, looking deep and trying to throw it to Pugh. Pugh was trying to get set up. And incomplete. There's a lot of extracurricular activity. Crowd wanting a flag after the play. No flag. 2nd and 10. Twins left, Twins right. Brown to the boundary on the far side. DeBose in the slot. Bowie on the near slot. Pugh wide to the boundary on the near side. Inside the numbers. Curtis takes a snap. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson straight up the middle. Keenan Johnson still on his feet. And barreling inside the 15 down to the 13 is a gain of 5. And brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 5 for the Hornets as they keep grinding it out against this Newberry defense. This is new territory for really both teams. Some of these guys for Newberry played the second half, but some of them were out and not able to participate as much as they normally would on a regular basis if they weren't ahead by as much against University Christian. Trips to the far side. Pugh by himself to the near side. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson dancing around the backfield and then running over a few Panthers, bringing it down to the 10-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and a long 1 yard for the Hornets. Keenan Johnson, they just keep giving him the rock, and he keeps running it straight up that defense with 9 seconds to go, and time's going to run out here in the third quarter. Going into the 4th and final quarter, it's Hawthorne 14, Newberry 10, and Hawthorne knocking on the door right now. It's 4th and 1 from the 10-yard line. Hawthorne following behind the senior leadership, but also the assistant coaching leadership here on the field. taking the reins to help out as Coach Ingram stepped out. A little overheated being checked out. Fans, once again, next week, Newberry, they head down to Ocala. They got another big game against Vanguard. I don't know that Vanguard will be much tougher than us, but they're a bigger school for sure, so they got some bigger bodies and more numbers. The Hawthorne, we got to travel up to Tallahassee to take on Florida State High School. Keep an eye over there also on our chain crew guys. They're out there in this heat running up and down, especially the way these offenses move the ball. They've been having to try and keep up with those offenses, which has been tough. For some reason, they set the ball on this side of the 10-yard line. It should be on the other side of the 10-yard line. It should be at the 9.5-yard line. Instead, it's at the 10.5-yard line. The ball was stopped on the other side whenever we were down here, and the officials have spotted it on the wrong side of the 10-yard line to make it a 2-yard play instead of a 1-yard play. Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the butt here with a missed spot. Oh, Shannon Snell and Jeff Cardoza just down the way from us, taking this all in. Zach at ZKH getting a shout out from Tracy Cantley up here in the press box. He's down there always putting together some films for these guys. He's an early graduate from Hawthorne High School. He graduated early with his high school diploma last year and is working with some of the production stuff here at the school, helping out still with all the different sports. So outstanding young man he is. Also thanks to Sean Derrick and Emily Derrick getting the cameras back up and going, but also just putting this whole thing together for us. It's been a great opportunity for us to have this broadcast and to be able to get the Hornets some more exposure. So there is still a TV timeout. They're getting ready to get started. We appreciate the 2,000 people that are tuning in right now on Facebook. We've had over 10,000 views last week, so we appreciate you all tuning in. Trips to the left, one man to the right. Curtis going to take it himself, calls on number, diving forward, and looks like they're spotting him down at the 8-yard line and pretty close to a first down. It's going to be close. And he's signaling first down. 1st and 10 for the Hornets, or 1st and goal for the Hornets at the 8-yard line as both field sideline judges come in and mark him right at the 8. Coach Ron Surrency over there with the chain crew puts up the 1 on the top, and it is 1st and goal. 11.5 to go in the ball game. Hawthorne with a 4-point lead, trying to add to it here, but also trying to take some time off the clock. Trips to the near side, one man to the far side. Curtis from the shotgun. Johnson off his right shoulder. There's the snap. Oh, bobble in the backfield. Curtis takes it himself, tries to cut off to the left side. He turns it up. It dives forward. He's going to be down at the 1. Heads up play by Adrian Curtis. Heck of a job. His helmet comes off at the end, but there was a bobble in the backfield, and him being a senior leader like he is, He runs off to the left side, heads up play, and coming into the game. Hey, no pressure. Second and goal from inside the 1 comes Richard Roundtree, the freshman phenom. He's going to be back there standing about shoulder high to Keenan Johnson off his right shoulder. Twins to the left, double tight end stacked on the left, 10.5 to go here in the ball game, and hands it off. Bobble in the backfield. Keenan Johnson falls on it, thank goodness. Another bobble. Roundtree is by far a lot shorter than Curtis, so he had to jump up and get the ball. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson's going to lose about a yard, yard and a half on that one, and it'll be back to the 2-yard line, 2.5-yard line for the Hornets. So Curtis back out there at quarterback. Had to sit out a play because his helmet came off. 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. Clock on a roll inside 10 minutes. Twins to the left, Twins stacked to the left at tight end. There's a snap. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson dives it back, cuts it back on the right side and held out. It's going to be down at the 1. That Newberry defense starting to come alive. It's going to be 3rd down. No, 4th down. 4th and 1. 4th and goal from the 1. Old days, you just take a quarterback sneak several times and try and see what you can get. When you got a guy like Keenan Johnson, it's hard not to give to him, but you got some big guys to follow there on that line. We'll see what they can do. They stack them up. Twins left, Twins stack to the left at tight end. Curtis takes a snap, goes to the outside. He ducks it back in. Touchdown, Hornets! It was an option play, and the flag comes in at the end of the play. Adrian Curtis, he fakes it outside and takes it inside, and a flag comes in after the play, but not until Hawthorne scores and makes it 20-10. We'll see what it is and where it's marked off at. As it's currently a 10-point lead, 11 makes it even nicer. Yeah, it's going to be against Hawthorne. They're asking if they want it here or they want it on the kickoff. Coach Ed Johnson over there trying to decide where he wants to take it.
Able to give it in.
After the play, personal foul against Hawthorne. It's going to be assessed on the kickoff, so the Panthers will get a little bit better field position. You would think after that kickoff, being 15 yards back, Sam Carroll on to attempt the point after. And the kick is up, and it's good. Leland Johnson with the set down. Sam Carroll putting it up. Splits the uprights, makes it 21-10 with 8:56 to go here in the ball game.
8 minutes, 56 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And the Hornet fans look at the picture of a ambulance pulling off, but their good thing is the ambulance pulled off to the right and not to the left, which just means that Coach Ingram's not on there, and he probably just got checked out over there, and hopefully he's all right. So unsportsmanlike conduct against the Hornets. He's going to move it up 15 yards. Or back 15 yards. So instead of kicking from the 40, we're actually going to kick from the 25. Sam Carroll going to tee it up. He's got a heck of a leg. He's done pretty good so far.
Next week, we'll go to Tallahassee. Next week, we'll make for the money trip to Tallahassee. We'll make for Tallahassee. That's Friday night. That's Friday.
All right, back to action now. 8:56 to go here in the ball game. Hawthorne tees it up at our own 25-yard line. Sam Carroll there gets everybody checked off. Back deep is the Panthers. They're down 2 possessions, so they're going to have to make quick work. Knuckleball, line drive, going to the far distance, picked up at the 16. Heck of a kick by Carroll, and slipped and brought down. That's Hayden Moore picking it up. Great kick by Carroll. Hop, skipped, and a jump. Came out to the near side. Might have been a better decision to let that go out of bounds. But he picked it up and brought it to the 30. And just in good fashion, here comes Coach Ingram walking right back out onto the field. He is back, got a smile on his face, escorted onto the field by Coach Peppers. I don't know how many people in the stadium even knew he was gone because the way his staff has reacted out here. So here we go. Dunmore from the shotgun. Woods is not in the game. Throws across. Finds number 4. That's Logan McLeod. McLeod has it. Shy midfield, being wrapped up and finally brought down at the 48-yard line, his own 48. Going to the passing game as he had back there Jamarcus Wimberly in the backfield. Woods is actually lining up at the receiver position on the far side of the field. So they've actually practiced some of these matchups of saying, hey, whenever he lines up over here, this is what we're going to do in practice. So they've seen this on film and seen what happens. Trips to the near side. Woods by himself on the far side. Wimberly, the lone back, off the left shoulder of Dunmore. Dunmore takes a snap, rolling out to his left, trying to look deep, trying to find Woods, and almost intercepted. Brandon St. Fleur just about came away with a pick. Trying to go to Woods, but overthrown. Coach was asking for a flag, but there was no way that was interference as they were both going for the ball, and if anything, our guy was in better position. So Woods lines back up again on the far side of the field at the receiver position, trips to the near side with Hayden Moore to the boundary. Moore in motion from right to left. Dunmore from the shotgun. Wimberly off his left shoulder. Dunmore back to pass. Being pressured in the backfield. Slowed up by Ethan Thomas and then wrapped up and brought down right at midfield. And the Hornets are going to have another big stop as Dunmore has nowhere to throw it. And TC gets up. Jaden Tringrove for the Hornets off the bottom of the pile. Great team effort there to keep him contained so the speedy Dunmore doesn't get outside the pocket, and they keep him inside and are able to keep it manageable. Right there at the Hornet 49-yard line, a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 8 with less than 8 to go in the ball game. Hawthorne up by 11, 21-10. Going left to right is Newberry. Newberry has twins to the near side. One man to the far side, Wimberly the lone back. Wimberly coming out looking for a screen. There's a throw across the middle. He has Guy. He has a first down. Trying to move it in a little bit further. That is Logan McLeod on the reception. He picks up the first down to the 35-yard line, and Hawthorne's got another guy down. That's Darby getting up slow, trying to get off the field as he's still cramping. Coaches were trying to tell Darby to go down on the field because he was cramping, and he just tells him, I'll go back in. I ain't laying on the field. Moore goes in motion from right to left. First and 10, looking across, trying to find his guy. He has him, but he's run backwards. That's Caleb Woods, and he's wrapped up by a swarm of Hornets as he's brought down after 3. Caleb Woods being brought down at the 32-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Panthers with just about 7 minutes to go. Woods once again wide left. Moore joins him. Now Moore sends him into the slot. And now Dunmore sends him wide to the right. And Woods is like, I run enough. Y'all just leave me alone. Now in motion again, right to left. There's a snap. Looking back, trying to find somewhere to go. Jaden Tringo giving him some pressure. Woods breaks one tackle, one speed. Oh, and a big hit from the backside. As Gent comes in to bring him down, but not until he picks up a first down. Woods came back against the grain as he came in motion. Looked like he was laying a block and then kind of just floated out there in the secondary at the linebackers area, undercover, and Dunmore moved around and found him. Wimberly off the right shoulder of Dunmore. Dunmore looking around, trying to find, moving up in the pocket, trying to roll out to the right. He's being pressured behind, looks forward, and was picked off by the Hornets, and it tips up and falls down to the ground. Looking to the distance was Travis Pete. Travis Pete had the end zone on his mind from about 85 yards out. Official timeout, water break with 6:11 to go here in the ball game, and it's 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Coach Johnson wants a few seconds put back on the clock as the clock was winding down. A little extra after the incomplete pass, and every second is going to matter. Every second's going to matter to the Panthers. All right. We weren't sure who runs the clock up here as they signaled up me to turn it, and I had nothing to do with that part. So 6:17 to go here in the ball game. They put 6 seconds back on the clock. Coach Ingram still right there on the bench. He got checked out. He's good to go. Still just not going to be up there doing anything extra right now. Doesn't want to jeopardize anything there. So 2nd and 10. Here we go. Twins to the near side with Woods on the boundary. And then you got Trent Campbell in the slot. Still got a TV timeout. Dunmore going out to talk to Campbell. You got Wimberly. That's in the backfield. Several Hornets from that defensive line. Hawthorne only playing with 3 defensive linemen. So got a 3-4 defense going, really with a nickel package. What's different this year for the Hornets is Leland Johnson. He wears that number 1 jersey this year. He's able to play defensive end. He's able to line up in the interior. He's able to play cornerback. Anywhere on the field, Leland Johnson can move around and play. So he adds an extra dimension for that Hornet defense. Dunmore from the shotgun, takes a snap, looking across, surveys the field, looking to the left side, finds Hayden Moore, but he can't find the handle. It falls incomplete as he was looking up the field to see who was coming, as Nate the Great had his footsteps being heard and was worried about that sophomore bearing down on the junior receiver for Newberry. Brings up a 3rd down. Third and 10 for this Newberry offense. Trips to the near side. Hayden Moore in motion from right to left. Had 2 guys in motion now back there. Hayden Moore's there. There's the snap. Back to pass is Dunmore. Dunmore looking across. Throws it. Oh, and once again incomplete. just about picked off for the second time. Travis Pete had a ball go off his hands. He's going to look back on both of those. A young man, sophomore cornerback for the Hornets, wearing that number 15 jersey. He's going to look back on that and think about the opportunities he had. But Newberry is going to send out the field goal unit as Spires comes out to the 30-yard line. Holding for him will be number 80, trying to make this a one-possession game. Dustin Earl is the holder. This is going to be a 40-yarder with 6:06 to go in the ballgame. There's a snap, low snap, picked up. There's a kick, high, end over end, and good. Sneaks inside the left upright. Spires good once again. Zane Spires good from 40. A heck of a show here. 8-point lead now for the Hornets with 5:59 to go here in the ballgame. Hawthorne going to get the kickoff. Really going to rely on Keenan Johnson in that offensive line to grind this one out for the Hornets. Once again, our appreciation to Daniel Jerkins giving us some sideline coverage. We appreciate him and stepping up and helping us out. Appreciate Sean Derrick doing this up here in the press box, getting all the work together throughout the week while everybody's looking forward to the week game here. He's working hard trying to get ready and get all the technology, get all the graphics ready. So we appreciate everything he does and the money he's invested to all this technology. Quite an outfit that we're seeing. So Hawthorne anticipating the onside kick as Spires tees it up at the 40. All the hands team is out there. Leland Johnson standing at the 50. So the coaches got him to move back. There's a kick. And Johnson dives forward on it. And Newberry recovers it. Leland Johnson, instead of letting it come to him, he hit it early and it went off his face mask, taking a big hop. And it'll be Newberry football at their own 48-yard line. You got to stop the clock. Once again, the clock kept running, and so we'll have to add more time on it. But with less than 6 minutes to go, I don't know how they put 12 seconds on it. It wasn't going for 12 seconds. Heck, it hasn't even been 12 seconds since all that discussion happened. But regardless, here we go. Newberry, a little more confidence after a field goal and unable to move the ball, but they got a special teams play. As Spires kick the grounder. Dunmore from the shotgun, twins to the far side, one man to the near side. Dunmore from the shotgun, and Wimberly off his left shoulder. 1st and 10 from their own 48. There's the snap. Dunmore back, looking to pass, throws it across, looking forward, and incomplete. Trying to hit Hayden Moore. Once again, Jaheim Darby loses his helmet, but also gets up limping on the play. He has left it all out there on the field, and hats off to all these guys. You see both of these guys, both of these teams just dragging themselves up off the turf after all the energy they've spent in front of this Hawthorne crowd at Annie Mae Phillips Stadium. Twins left, one man to the near side. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Dunmore from the shotgun. There's the snap. Flag on the play. Throw out to the far side. That's Caleb Woods. Woods tries to take it forward. And the ball comes loose. And we'll see what's signaled. It looked like the ball came loose, but looks like the signal over there was that they fell on it. They got a flag on the play over here on the near side. Flag is waved off. So the ball should be spotted at the 42-yard line. Oh, this crew has just messed up. They lost their original spot. They're trying to figure out where to spot the ball. I don't know why they spotted at the 46-yard line. That's good for the Hornets, but bad for the Panthers. It should be up at the 41-yard line. Coach Johnson is hot over there as they lost their original marking. This is in the benefit of the Hornets, but Coach Johnson is running out onto the middle of the field in the huddle with the coaches. They're going to move it to the 44, but somehow that is not where the ball was originally spotted. The ball was originally spotted down there. They shouldn't move the chains in because then it makes it second down. Oh, there's all kinds of discussions down there that are not going to make either side too happy, I'm sure, regardless of where the ball ends up. Coach Bowie is out there trying to find out what's going on as the other coaches are out there, and they're telling him to stay off, but all the rest of them are signaling him out. All right, I have no clue what they're doing right now. Coach Bowie's going to have to be careful because now they're telling him to get off, but they sat there and listened to about 5 minutes of Coach Johnson out there on the field, and they're going to signal first down, but it's short of the original yardage, so somehow they give him a first down at the 44. Dunmore from the shotgun, trips to the near side, one man to the far side. Wimberly at tailback. Hayden Moore in motion from right to left. There's the snap. Dunmore back, looking across, has Hayden Moore. Hayden Moore, oh, he loses it. And then Leland Johnson comes up there and lays him out, and a flag comes in on the play late. Oh, no, they're going to try and say helmet to helmet. Hayden Moore over there down on the field. And a couple of the Newberry Panthers coming out onto the field from the sideline. Big hit by Leland Johnson over there. So personal foul against the Hornets. That was a late flag. That was a late flag. But prayers over there to him. They're coming to get the stretcher, the backboard. That's Hayden Moore. He's a heck of a player, Hayden Moore is. They might have got him up on his feet. I can't see over there. It looks like they got him up on his feet, but they got the backboard over here, so. They're going to keep taking a look at him. Obviously, your prayers out to Hayden Moore over there. We've seen him the last few years. He's a heck of a player. And the energy that they all play with are great competitors. So. So they're going to move the teams away as that's both teams are going to huddle up, take a knee, obviously. Once again, that's Hayden Moore down on the far side, right in front of the Newberry bench, right there on the line. Just had the ball. The ball came out of his hands. And Leland Johnson already in motion as Hayden Moore was down on a knee trying to catch it as he lost control of it. And he comes up and lays a hit just in complete effort, not trying to be malicious. All right, looks like they're still working on him over there. We're going to pause here momentarily. Let the responders work over there. Looks like they got him moving and all, so that's good news. But they're going to obviously be precautionary and check them out. Right, a large send-off from both sides there for Hayden Moore. Well wishes for him. He's quite the competitor, heck of a ball player. We've seen him several times and has been amazing at what he does. So hats off to him, and thank you for the performance you've done today for us as spectators. So hats off also to the coaching staff and the trainers here to be right on spot there, as well as Colachia County Fire Rescue coming here and helping take him to get checked in. He looks like he's hopefully going to be all right. I think I've seen him look like he was moving there, but you never know. So you get him taken in for precautionary checkouts, and hopefully he'll be able to return soon for the Panthers. Panthers got a little bit of a drive going here as we have 5:08 to go in the ball game. Hawthorne up by 8. It's 21-13. Newberry recovered the onside kickoff. Now they have the ball after the penalties assessed down to the Hornet 29-yard line. You got Caleb Woods back in the backfield. Looks like they're going to go back to the style that worked for them late in the second quarter and early in the third by putting Woods behind the two big backs and then one receiver wide to the near side by running straight at this Hornet defense. 1st and 10, good versus good. Here we go. There's a snap. Hand off to Woods. Woods coming straight downhill, runs over one guy and then finally brought down. They're going to start getting a little chippy here, and so hopefully the refs do a good job of keeping this in check. 2nd and 5, gained by Woods. Good hard run. Clock keeps going down to 4:30. There's the snap. Running straight up the middle. Hit at the line and driven back. A hat comes off in the middle of the play, but they don't blow it dead. Normally you blow it dead in high school football if the helmet comes off and nobody can keep playing. So as Darby once again losing his hat. Brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Nowhere to go for the Panthers there. 4 minutes to go here in the ballgame. There's the snap. Once again, trying to feed Woods. Woods straight up the middle. He has the 1st down, being chased down by Kyler Ingram. He wraps him up and brings him down. Woods down still on the play after that run. He's been running like crazy. So 3:52 to go here in the ball game, and he may be cramping up himself. Dunmore going over to talk to his guys to try and keep him from getting an extra penalty there. It looks like a cramp the way they're working on him as they're rubbing that back calf once again. With 3:52 to go here in the ballgame. Fans join us once again this week for the Coaches Show, CI's Coaches Show. As we talk to him, be interesting to see what he has to say after this game and what he thinks about his players and coaching staff just picking up for him whenever he had to get checked out. And he's still down there right next to Coach Jefferson, trying to take it easy and make sure he takes care of himself. As we've seen, life is a whole lot more important than in any game. And we certainly wish the best for Hayden Moore, who was taken off the field on a stretcher. Also, prayers for Ryder Kroll, also from Keystone, who was in a bad accident, who is in Shands right now. And our prayers for him. He plays baseball just right up the road at Melrose with a lot of the Hawthorne guys. And so small communities, everybody knows each other. All right, so Woods gets up, trying to walk off that cramp on the left leg. It's good to see him walking off. It's just those pesky cramps. You can't work them out once they start for sure. You just got to let them take their course, get some fluids, keep just rubbing it as much as you can, but the more you push it, the worse it gets. 3:52 to go here in the ball game. Newberry threatening. Marcus Wimberly at tailback in the same formation. You got one guy out wide to the near side. There's a low snap going to the back. Wimberly picks it up and Hawthorne had 12 people on the field. They probably should have just kept playing because I don't think anybody caught it until one of our guys started running off because they seen that they had too many people in. So 5-yard penalty on what saved the Newberry Panthers, a snap there that rolled back to the quarterback and was picked up by the tailback. It was going to be a loss of yardage. They instead make it 1st and 5 after that 5-yard penalty. So the ball spotted right at the 10-yard line. 1st and 5. There's a handoff to Wimberly off the left side, skipping around, hit, trying to drive forward, hit, and finally brought down inside the 5, down to the 2. And they're going to get right back to the line, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. They're trying to get lined right back up. 3:38 to go. There's the snap, set down, and a big hit as Zion Johnson comes in and pulls him down. Wimberly has nowhere to go. Zion Johnson with a big hit for the Hornets. Stops him in the backfield, and it'll be a loss of 3. Timeout on the field with 3:20 to go. I don't know why they called a timeout here. Newberry's thinking there's actually a timeout, but it was for a player. Injured player is what it was. Cramping on the field. They called a timeout, let him go, and now they wind the clock. So back into the power formation. Woods back into the game at tailback. One man wide to the near side. There's a handoff to Woods, trying to go straight up the middle, following his blockers, diving forward, but he's going to be short of the goal line, down to the 1. And it's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 2, inside 3 minutes to go. Woods at tailback. There's the snap. Oh, the ball was snapped. Oh, flag comes in. Timeout Hawthorne. Timeout Hawthorne. Hawthorne takes the timeout here with 2:52 to go as Newberry was coming in and just kept feeding Woods, trying to run it right up the middle. And Woods that time was headed out to the boundary where he had plenty of room to run. That Hornet defense, you can see them. They're fighting hard. Cramps and banged up. Young guys getting in there, putting in the work. 21-13. Newberry would have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion in order just to tie it. See, I seen the play, and he had to give some input over there. 3rd down. Newberry lining up. Now Dunmore under center. There's the snap, trying to take it straight up the middle. Hit and brought down. We'll see where the spot is, and touchdown. Newberry scores, gets in. As the signal comes from the far side of the field, Dunmore took it himself straight up the middle. Now the all-important 2-point conversion from the 3 with 2:42 to go here in the ball game. They have to go for 2 just to try and tie it up. 21-19. And once again, Dunmore under center. Man wide left, 3 backs in the backfield. Woods is in the center of those. Dunmore trying to take it up the middle and hit, and they're going to push forward. And they push him across the goal line. And they're going to say touchdown. Dunmore said, just give me the ball and I'll run it straight up the middle. They tie it up 21 all with 2:42 to go in the ball game. It's all going to come down to that Hawthorne offense right here as it's tied up 21-21 with 2:42 to go here in the ball game. Hawthorne's going to look back at that onside kick. And just the ball didn't bounce our way that time, as normally the short-handed Leland Johnson, who's a tight end and a receiver, defensive end, plays just about every place. Hornet fans are on their feet. Newberry fans are on their feet. New momentum going their direction. Spires getting ready to tee it up at the 40. Hawthorne sending out the hands unit once again. Spires now tees it up on the near side. On the hash. 2:42 to go in the ball game. We'll see if they do another onside kick. Looks like they're going to step it off and try and kick it deep, which is probably smart on their part. See what the Hornets can do here. DeBose has had several good returns and Brown as well, so special teams could be special for the Hornets. There's a kick. He kicks it to DeBose. DeBose is going to field it at the 10. He loses the handle on it, turns it up the sideline, gets down sideline, puts a move on one guy, still on his feet, dives forward across the 25-yard line. And the Hornets going to start off there. 1st and 10 at our own 25. DeBose had it at the 10, lost the handle of it, and then made a few guys miss and brought it up to the 25-yard line to give the Hornets 75 yards to go for pay dirt. Of course, you got Sam Carroll to get into range. Probably need to get the ball down to maybe the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. That way, that's a 40-yard field goal. That would be spotted at the 30. So that would be manageable. He's hit longer than that, but on a consistent basis, the 40 seems like a good odds. Twins left, twins right. Curtis from the shotgun. There's a snap. Curtis hands it off to Johnson. Johnson cuts it off the right side. On his feet, diving forward. Be a gain of 2 and a bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 8 for the Hornets. Hawthorne not in any rush here with a home field. Coach Greg Bowie, he calls the plays. Twins left, twins right. Curtis from the shotgun. Off his left side is Johnson. There's a snap, low snap. Curtis picks it up. He's looking, has a man over here. That's DeBose. DeBose fields it at the 30, turns it up the sideline and pushed out of bounds. Once again, Elijah Beckford there to make the tackle, shoestring tackle. Never really brought him down, just pushed him out of bounds, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Hornets with 1:42 to go. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down, and Hawthorne coming right back to the line right here. Pedals up, throws the plays in, hurry into the line with 1:42 to go. They're still trying to get the line set. There's a snap. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson straight up the middle, pushing forward across the 40 down to the 42-yard line. Still don't have the chain set as the coaching staff's kind of in the way of the chains. Second down. 2nd and 5 for the Hornets. Curtis from the shotgun. Twins left, twins right. Back to pass is Curtis. Curtis looking. He's looking deep, trying to find the Bows, and ball thrown out of bounds, incomplete. And stops the clock with 1:17 to go. Third down, 3rd and 5 for the Hornets. Pugh calling for the ball, wanting the ball. The good and the bad of Hawthorne having so many weapons is everybody wants the ball. Everybody wants the ball to have an opportunity for it. Coach Ingram puts a headset on. Still over here on the bench, trying to be in with what the calls are. Curtis from the shotgun, twins left, twins right. There's a snap. Fake the handoff to Leland. Curtis trying to elude a few guys and hit and brought down. Before a sack. Can I bring up 4th down with 1:05 to go? Newberry with all the momentum and the energy on the far side of the field. 21 all, and Hawthorne gonna probably have to send in the punting unit with 4th and 7.
1 minute left in the game.
All right, hopefully Sway can get one away. Doesn't have to be pretty, just can't be towards the returner. Needs to be towards the sideline. Looks like Beckford's going to step back to return it. Beckford's tramped up several times, but he's back there in punt formation getting ready to receive it, as well as Lahari DeBose. So punt formation. Sway back to boot it away. There's a snap. The kick. High end of ring coming down to the near side. Takes a good bounce. And it's going to be stopped right there. So at the 28-yard line with 55 seconds to go, Panthers going to have the ball. And they are going to be 72 yards away from pay dirt. Spires for them has an excellent leg, and he's made probably a 45, 48-yard field goal before I've seen. I think it was in their preseason game that he hit a 48 or 47-yard field goal. That was on video. So they really just have to get to about the 30 of the Hornets. 10, 20, 30, 42 yards away from where they're at currently in order to have a shot in the next 55 seconds. So they're going to spread them out. Dunmore from the shotgun. Wimberly off his left shoulder. Twins left, twins right. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Back and pass. Looking to his left. Being pressured in the backfield. He skips out to the left side. Trying to turn it up. Still on his feet. Gets out to the boundary. Around midfield. And going down the sideline. And tripped up and finally brought down. Newberry with all the momentum, 41 seconds to go, out of bounds, and they're going to send in the big guys to run the ball. Timeout taken by Newberry. With 41 seconds to go. They're going to try and run the ball and get in good position, either score or milk down the clock and put it on their field goal kicker's back. Zane Spires is senior kicker, 6'2", 160. Coach Ingram's always said that any team we play against, it's like their championship game. They want to knock off the Hornets. And that is their biggest accomplishment they could have all season is to knock off the Hornets. So this is their championship game, and every week we get that championship mentality. And it's a good challenge for our guys. We get everybody's best. And we'll see how these Hawthorne Hornets can respond. Right here, that Hornet defense gonna try and hold up here. We got 3 backs in the backfield. Hawthorne trying to get enough guys out there on the field. Dunmore from the shotgun, takes the snap, hand off to Woods. Woods off the left side, hit at the line, and driven backwards, and nowhere to go. Ethan Thomas there to stop him on that far side of the ball. And they're right back to the ball with 23 seconds to go. From the shotgun, and he spikes it. 16 seconds remaining. And they might have left too much time on for the Hornets, or for that. Coach is wanting intentional grounding. And they're going to send out Zane Spires to try and do a field goal. Hawthorne's going to take a timeout. 1, to try and ice the kicker, but 2, to try and talk to the official. Because the pass, the intentional grounding, was behind the line of scrimmage. And to clock it, you're supposed to do it in front of it, not behind it. So it's supposed to be forward, not behind the line. There's a flag on the play, and that's what they're calling. And Coach Johnson, he may not understand this one, but it's the right call. It's just we'll see. It looks like they might be bringing. Why are they moving the ball back up? It's 5 yards from the spot. It's a loss of down. So it's 5 yards from the spot and loss of down. So Spires, it'll put him at a 42-yarder, still within his range. It's really 3rd down, but the official's signaling 4th. Zane Spires tees it up, marks his spot. Dustin Earl is a holder. Looks like another timeout's called. Timeout Hawthorne. To ice him once again. Try to, but I don't know. Somebody like Zane Spires, he's a pretty good kicker. He's been in this situation a lot. And there's a lot of people in the end zone as we are kicking towards the east end zone. Probably the biggest kick of Zane Spires' career coming right here. He uses a block to kick on. Takes a knee and prays. Points to the sky. 16 seconds on the clock. Tied up, 21 all. The ball is on the left hash. Lined up over there. Hawthorne sends in their special teams unit. Snap. The pick is up. And wide left. No good. No good. No good. Zane Spires shanks it to the left. They're looking at each other, trying to figure out what happened. But the Hornets still actually have 11 seconds on the board for an opportunity to take the distance themselves. 11 seconds to go in the ball game, all tied up at 21. And the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. Just like if it was a touchback, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the 20-yard line. What a change of events and emotions. I hope it's coming across the screen that way. Wherever you're watching from, this is an amazing game here between both of these programs.
Regulation. Let's see here the regulation.
11 seconds. Good segment.
11 seconds.
First and 10 for the Hornets. Twins left, twins right. Curtis in the shotgun. Newberry goes into prevent defense with their safeties 2 deep in the Tampa 2, standing about midfield. There's a throw over to DeBose. DeBose has it. Comes to the sideline. Goes out of the sideline. Clock still keeps going. Had 6 seconds on it. Ran off an extra second. Having trouble all night with that. 2nd and 3 for the Hornets with 5 seconds to go. Pugh goes wide right. In the slot, Demetrius Brown. On the near side in the slot, Darian Bowie. And on the boundary. So Curtis just takes a knee and says, we're going to take it into overtime. See how we do with overtime here. Instead of risking an injury or risking a pickoff and changing sides, just go ahead and get it where it's manageable. Especially whenever they're in prevent defense like that, it's going to be tough going 70 yards, 75 yards against that, especially with these athletes on both sides. Fans, wherever you're tuning in from, we appreciate your comments there on the chat. Appreciate y'all being a part of it. Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for. Hey, it's fine to have Newberry people on here. We appreciate you being on our broadcast and not the other one. So captains are going to meet at midfield. For the Hornets, it's going to be Nazit Gent and Zion Johnson. Jarquez Carter. And Trenton Campbell. There's a coin toss. They're going to elect who gets the ball first. All important. So it looks like Hawthorne's going to get the ball first, going to the west end zone. So Newberry won the toss. They deferred the option and chose defense, forcing Hawthorne to be on offense, which is exactly what you want to do if you win the toss. That way you know whether you have to go for 2 or not. Or you have the choice to go for 2 and try and win the game if we only go for 7. All right. First chance of overtime here at Annie Mae Phillips Stadium this year. First time I remember probably in several years. Looks like they're going to do 1st and 10. You get 4 downs starting at the 10-yard line in high school. 4 downs starting at the 10-yard line. It's untimed except for a play clock. So Hawthorne's going to have the ball 1st and goal from the 10. And then Newberry will get a chance 1st and goal from their 10. Curtis from the shotgun. Johnson off his right shoulder. There's a snap. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson goes off the left side, hit immediately and driven back. Loss of 1 on the play brings it back to the 11. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 11 for the Hornets. That Newberry defense is held up, especially that defensive line. We mentioned how talented they are there on that defensive side. A lot of Power 5 offers. A lot of talent on both sides of the ball this year for the Hornets and the Panthers. Great sports here in the 352 area code in Alachua County. Curtis from the shotgun, trips to the far side, 1 man to the near side. Curtis rolling out to his right, looking towards the end zone, has his man caught, diving forward. Referee got taken out. Diving forward, I think he's going to be down at the 1.
Bring up 3rd down.
Can't tell. That looked like Darian Bowie over there, number 4 on the reception. Yep, it was Darian Bowie on the reception out there in the flat. Brings it down to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. The official says she is out of here. She's been running the clock, and there's no clock to run right now. There's only points to be added. Hopefully it's points for the Hornets right here. 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. Remember earlier in the game, the Newberry defense was able to stand strong there. I think Hawthorne had 3 plays from there and finally punched it in. Let's see what we can do here. There's a snap. And Curtis keeps it himself. He reaches across. Touchdown! Hornets! Adrian Curtis with the option that he scored on last time. He was trying to dance it in on the outside. He's a little banged up over there. This might be trouble if we have to go more than 1 overtime or next into the next week. Adrian Curtis down in the end zone on the far side of the field as he reaches across and puts the Hornets up 27-21, waiting for the point after. He's still being attended to right there on the E of Hawthorne that's spelled out in the end zone. These kind of situations like that, you hope it's just a cramp, but they're still tending to them down there. We're going to help them up a little bit. Hornets anxiously looking across there. Sam Carroll getting ready for his point after attempt. All important point after attempt. You got 2 great special team kickers on both sides. Adrian Curtis gets up off the turf and is trying to walk it off. He's limping this side, but he is Not able to put any weight on that left leg at the moment.
Quick touchdown. Let's take it up there. Not putting a lot of weight into that.
So we'll see what happens here. This all-important point after attempt.
And for the point,
May get interesting if we go a second overtime with Curtis coming off and have to rely on Roundtree. Roundtree's a good quarterback by far. Even though he's a freshman, he's a good quarterback. It's hard to replace heads-up experience like what Curtis does. Curtis is a definite baller. Sam on to attempt the point after. There's a kick. It is up. And good. Splits the uprights. Ice in his veins. Leland puts it down. And Hawthorne goes up by 1 touchdown, 28-21. And now it is time.
stand up and end this game.
Time for Newberry to have their opportunity. 4 downs, starting at the 10-yard line. If they turn it over, then the game is over. So 1st and goal from the 10, and they have to get a touchdown and at least a point after. Rebecca Fox, the trainer for the Hornets down there, sending to Curtis. She has been busy today, her and the entire UF Health staff. To players and coaches on both sides of the field. We'll see if this defense is able to hold up one more time as the Panthers have been dominant with their running game here lately. The end of the second quarter and the beginning of the third and the end of the fourth, they have gone to that power move with Woods being the deep back and 2 fullbacks in front of him as blocking fullbacks with Dunmore from the shotgun. Occasionally, Dunmore has pulled it down and taken it himself. And we'll see. He only has 1 blocker in front of him now. 1 guy wide to the near side. Dunmore from the shotgun. There's a snap. Fake the handoff. Rolling out to his right. Oh, there's 1 guy there trying to wrap him up. Dunmore trying to dance around, looking for the end zone, and he takes it in with no problem at all on the first play, 10 yards out. Colin Dunmore said, give me the ball. I will take care of it myself. Takes it in. Now they either have to go for the 2-point conversion. It looks like they're going to go for 2 points. Instead of the tying field goal, they're going for 2, which, if you're going by the rule of the book, the unwritten rules of football is in overtime. You go for 2 if you're on the road. If you're the home team, you try and tie it up because of the home crowd. But if you're on the road, you go for 2. So they're going to put it on the back of the Newberry Panthers. Coach Johnson's out there on the field. He's trying to get them to move the ball to the right side of the field towards the hash, which when you go for 2, you get to choose where that ball goes. And another coach is out there in the middle talking to him as well, too. All right, here they go. See what they go with now. Dunmore's under center. Looks like they might try and challenge the same thing again by going straight at him. But since they've done that before, they may just pitch it out to Caleb Woods going to the outside. Nope, there they go. Straight up the middle. Hit, driven, back, and how long did they let him go? And No good. They take the ball away. The point after attempt is no good. Hawthorne wins. Hawthorne wins. Hawthorne wins. What an ending for the Hornets as the Hornets hold strong on defense and keep the Panthers out of our end zone. 27-0. A win for every point that the Panthers have on the board in a row with back-to-back state champions. Coach Johnson's chasing the officials into the locker room, still arguing. You got 3 Panthers down on the field cramping and fans and coaches stretching them out. And Coach Johnson's still on the sideline over here, chasing down the officials, trying to argue the call. But in good sportsmanship, sees Nazi Gent and gives him a high five. Coach Johnson's a good guy. He's just full of passion for his team, just like the Hawthorne guys are there. So hats off. What an amazing finish to this game. Hawthorne lines it up at the 50. They shake hands as they go out across the line. Hats off to both of these teams. Hawthorne and Newberry represent the 352 area code in Alachua County so well.
Hawthorne Hornets, we got that pride. Under the lights, we're ready to fly. Burger Town boys, Burger Town pride. Hawthorne Hornets, we never hide. On the field, we run and we ride. All day, all night, we defend our side.
There's some fans on the field and not very good taste. Dunmore, the first guy to come across the field. A big hug, embracing one of the parents over here. He has played his heart out. Prayers to Peyton Moore, who was injured and taken off on a stretcher. So prayers for him and his recovery. So Hawthorne's going to enjoy this one for a little while and get ready to, after tonight, Coach Ingram says celebrate tonight, and then we move on and get ready for the next opponent. So they're going to celebrate tonight and get ready to move on to Florida State High next week up in Tallahassee. Fans, join us up there in Tallahassee on the road and continue this amazing journey with this Hawthorne Hornet football program. For myself, Matt Cernsey, Sean Derrick, our producer, Emily Derrick down there being our technician on the camera, Daniel Jerkins down there on the camera. We appreciate everybody joining us on the broadcast. We know you've enjoyed this outcome wherever you're watching from, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the season. For the Newberry fans, y'all got an amazing program over there, as well as school. Principal Shepard's an awesome guy. So stay at it, and hopefully we can bring home some hardware in all different classifications for our area. So signing off here from Annie Mae Phillips Stadium, I'm Matt Cernsey on the Hawthorne Sports Network. So long, everybody.
Lights are shining bright, Friday night delight, in the city of champions, where we fight the fight. Hawthorne Hornets roar, hear the crowd adore. On the field we soar, victory we implore. City of champions we rise, we stand as one. Underneath the stadium lights, our battle's just begun. Every yard we gain echoes through the rain. In the city of champions, we feel no pain. Orange and black we bleed, winning is our creed. Marching to the beat with unstoppable speed. City of champions we rise, we stand as one. Underneath the stadium lights, our battle's just begun. Every yard we gain echoes through the rain. In the city of champions, we feel no pain. Orange and black we bleed, winning is our creed. Marching to the beat with unstoppable speed. City of champions we rise, we stand as one. Underneath the stadium lights, our battle's just begun.